Hi, Olivia. Are you gonna join Ladies Night? Welcome to the stream, everyone. My name is Kristen, otherwise known as Kitty Plays. I appreciate you. I love you. I'm here to love you even more than you feel love for yourself in the world. I'm gonna show you how much bigger and more expensive and in love with ourselves and this planet and this human existence I possibly can. I don't know if this affects the audio when I'm shaking it. Sorry. Hi, Emily. Emily, are you gonna join me today? Oh yeah, more to quit. Added a new plant. I don't know if you saw the new chair. And then this is $5,000 worth of clothes on the floor. Don't tell my stylist, but my friend Gaia, she's a stylist, and I gave her a budget and she bought me a bunch of clothes. So I have to try them on, and I think we're gonna do it on stream. Hi, Mario. How are you? I'm back, baby. I'm back, baby. How you doing? How you doing? It does not look like $5,000 in clothes, Olivia. I'm gonna have a talk with her. Okay, we'll have to have a talk with her. But I'm really excited. I'm gonna do a video where I try everything on, and then I'm just waiting for her to text me all the different outfits that she styled with them, and then I'm gonna do a video on. I gave my stylist a $5,000 budget, and this is what she got me. Yeah, it's ladies' night, and I'm on my day 2 of a water fast. I'm drinking tea, so I allow myself to have tea and water, and then I'm also gonna have some. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. But I ordered some kratom and kava tea, which is like a natural relaxant. It like makes you naturally. Should I, glasses on or off? How do I do a vote? Wait, I think I can do this. Start squad stream. No, how do I do a vote? It's on my dashboard somewhere. Hang on. How do I start a vote? Vote. Oh, well, it's called a poll. Manage your poll. Here we go. Okay, here. Let's do a poll. Create a new poll. Glasses? No glasses. Start poll. There you go. Vote. Do you guys see it? You love my hair today? Girl or guy, Bezk, doesn't matter. Whatever you identify as. Gender is a lie anyways. It's all an illusion. What was I gonna say? Thank you for my hair. I love my hair today. I did it extra fun. And then I didn't have a hair curling iron or a crimper. I only had a hair dryer after all my stuff was taken from my storage container, and I was really sad about that. And Luke was at a conference this weekend for Ulta, or Friday. He just got back today, and he brought me back a bunch of free stuff, and it's like so much body products. And he got me like a hair waver and what's it called? A curling iron. And I was just thinking how I wanted one for this hair look, and then I picked him up from the airport, and he brought me, literally was carrying it with him on the thing. No glasses one, guys. You didn't get enough votes in quick enough. Okay, well we'll do no glasses for now. Rigged. My substring didn't share. It's been 79 months. Mario, that's fucking insane. That is insane. I'm not even gonna do the math on how many years that is. Let's just pretend it's days, and let's pretend that we are brand new baby streamer. Brand new baby streamer. I'm just a baby streamer. The 79-second sub. I don't want to be the grandma streamer. I think like there's like 2 women who have streamed longer than me on this platform. Or no, 3 women. Alinity, Legendary Leah, and Hafu. And then I think I was the 4th one on there. But Leah doesn't even stream anymore. So Hafu and Alinity are the OGs. We can be Twitch grandmas together. Hi, Lord. How's your day? Be right back. Gotta go cry over those glasses. Okay, wait. I can do something. Okay. Should we revote for glasses? Yes. No. Okay, vote. Happy Saturday, Ivan. Okay, so today is a really special stream. Oh, you did the math. Mario! I told you I was avoiding doing the math. just hot in here. I've got like a fever or something. Oh, it's because I'm drinking hot tea. Hi, Nikita. Welcome to stream today. All the women, lurkers and non-lurkers, if you guys are in the chat and you have, you know, a pussy and it's strong and you want to join Discord with me and talk with me today, I would love that. Or if you identify as a woman, you can join too. We're gonna do a little ladies new moon ceremony. This goes for everyone. If you're a guy, you aren't old till you're like 90. Literally, I'm not actually even worried about aging whatsoever. Like my theory on this is like, I will always be the right age. Oh, 69%. Okay, we're gonna re-vote on the glasses. Should I wear the orange glasses? Yes or no? Oh no. If the lurkers are gonna come out and say no. Okay, for perspective, here's me with the glasses. I love orange frame glasses because here's how I hack. It's okay if you're a guy here, literally this is gonna be entertaining AF for you, trust me. Okay, this is how I look with the glasses. You got 1 minute to vote, guys. It's at the top of the chat. You can click yes or no. Oh, whoa, lurkers. We had 9 lurker votes for no, not last time. We only have 6 to 8. Oh, no's getting close. No glasses or no glasses. I guess I could do you guys both well and do part-time glasses, part-time no glasses. I got these when I was in Istanbul recently with my friend Sabrina, and we went to a rave and I had so much fun wearing the glasses. It was nuts. I can put them on even more and then you can see my eyes better. Hi. So the reason why I love orange tinted glasses is because I get to pretend like it's sunny out every day. Like, I think it actually like tricks my brain. Troy, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I think it actually, yes, by 1 vote. We had 17 lurkers come out. No, I mean, your eyes adjust to it. Your eyes adjust to it, definitely. But like 1 vote made the difference. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll wear them for a little bit and then I'll take them off because honest to God, they aren't that comfortable underneath my headset. I guess I don't have to wear the headset. Olivia, you're gonna join? Oh my God, that's so exciting. Okay. Wait. Does that come up on my mic? Can you hear my music? I'm gonna just, yeah. So I got these when I was in Istanbul and I like them. And I have like 5 pairs of orange tinted glasses because you guys, every day is sunny when you wear these. Every single day. You look out, you're like, oh, is it sunny outside? Oh shit, it is. Although today it was very, very gloomy. Like it was so dark. It was so dark. I thought I had closed all my blackout blinds, but I hadn't. Oh no, this bird is eating my mango. Babe, the bird's eating the mango on the tree. Damn. Yeah, we're gonna have ladies' night tonight. So what I'm thinking, is it my mic that's low? My mic is peaking in the orange and the red. I can turn it up one because it did come down a little bit before. Hi, Mother. It's good to see you. We'll see how many ladies we get in here. Last time we had 2. 2 weeks ago, because when I first started getting back in streaming, we had 2 ladies. I've had times where we've had 25 ladies. But it worked out because honest to God, I was so nervous to do it. And the ladies we got were so fucking strong and so powerful. And I just love meeting women in general. But then when I meet them and they're also teaching me things and I'm teaching them things, and it's just like this feedback back and forth of like great, fun, upbeat, loving conversation. It's a win. It's a super win. So I kind of feel like I've got like, you know, like those horns. I kind of think they look a little bit like horns. TDX, welcome to the stream. How are you? For the guys, what's the minimum age here? The minimum age here, I mean, I'm hoping people are 18 today because legally we're probably going to talk about things that require an over 18. Actually, you know, honest to God, I understood everything about everything when I was 13. So I think we need to give the younger generation more credit, but I just say 18 because it protects my butt. So if you feel old enough and mature enough, that's your choice. You can have a conversation with your parents. If they feel like an 18 plus live stream where I'm going to keep my clothes on is going to be appropriate for you, then great. Because honestly, the types of topics that I talk about, I think are important to be talked about at a younger age. However, I don't want to take responsibility for raising someone else's child and exposing them to new ideas, because even though they're probably being exposed to these ideas other places by people who aren't explaining them well enough to the person, and then they're getting misinformation and they're not learning how to wield their powers properly, and so if anyone is going to educate the youth, I feel like I could do a pretty good job. But maybe because I think I can do a good job, I won't. You're 21? Perfect. That's the perfect age. 35? Oh, ideal. Ivan, that's ideal. Thank you. Your education came from random kids from school. I feel like we can all relate to that. Like, my education definitely came from the rest of the young kids who didn't know shit about shit. And then I was like, oh, everyone's having sex and we're 13 and they're all doing drugs, so this is normal. I was like, gotta trust the 14-year-olds. They know. So funny. Oh, Olivia, maybe you can leave and then rejoin. Will that reset it? I have no idea. I wonder if I can verify you. I might be able to verify you. Let me search. Olivia. Is your name in here, Olivia? Olivia. How do I see the non-verified? I don't know if I can. Mods! Mods! You're 34? Bro, I'm 30. Okay, let's maybe the first topic we're gonna talk about is age. The first we're gonna talk about is age, okay? There is no such thing as old. There's no such thing as young, okay? There is aware and with the times, and there's unaware and not with the times, okay? You can be before the times, you can be ahead of the times, you can be aware, you can be unaware, okay? So it's important not to judge yourself, and it's like, you just are you, and just accept who you are, it's okay. Aging is beautiful, dying is beautiful. This is just all part of the cycle, okay? We just have so much, oh, thank you, mods! Thank you. I'm turning 22 and I already feel physically old. Problems of the ass. What are you talking about, Naru? You need to work on your body more, because if you're having back problems now, actually, I had more back problems when I was younger than now. Bile 3, thank you so much for using your Prime sub. Welcome to the kitty team. I appreciate you. Welcome to the kitty team. I'm gonna walk for you. I feel like these pants, I wasn't sure what to put on the bottom of this outfit, but I feel like this pants look like kind of cool. Okay, here we go. You can move up, Belle. Thank you for subbing to the team. I just gotta make sure that I get up a lot today because I've been sitting way too much today. I need to get up, I need to get moving, I need to get shaking, okay? If you can get me to shake, ideal. Ideal. An MC Hammer dance. Okay, I'll work on my MC Hammer dance for you. El Cucuy, thank you for the follow. Good, you're learning Discord. I'm so happy. Thank you, Sin. I'm glad you came back to stream. How beautiful is it now that I'm on a schedule? Okay, I stream new moons and full moons, and I stream Monday to Thursday from 12 till 2 Eastern. If you don't know already, I'm going to get a standing desk, and I just found that I can get a treadmill that goes under the desk as well. So I think I'm gonna actually like legitimately get that. And I'm gonna just walk on max incline the whole stream, and you guys are gonna put a mirror in the back, you know, like the good old days. Okay, I think I was the first one to have a mirror that would show me my butt on Twitch. Like, and now like I see all the other girls that do it, and I'm like, bro, I get it. I like what you do. I like what I'm looking at. I like what you're doing. It sounds ultra dangerous. It sounds like it's gonna be an opportunity to create epic Twitch clips, my guy. Okay, I will fall at least once on my treadmill for the vine. Okay, I'm okay with that. Listen, it's not all about protecting yourself constantly, guys. You have to live a little. You have to live a little. Okay, it's important. If we're so scared of getting hurt, you know, and things happening, then we're not gonna do anything. And I just feel so protected. Shit happens, and then you just handle it. You know? You just handle it. It's all about showing off the booty in the mirror for the coomers. Yeah. I mean, my room unconsciously had a mirror here. Although I intentionally angled my desk so that you would not see that much of my butt. Although, you know, depending how excited we get on stream, there could be an MC Hammer dance. There could be some shaking. We'll see. The plot is down on Reddit. No clips. No clips! That clip will be more popular than you dropping your Twitch anniversary cake. That was so good. Man, we've had some fucking crazy times in this life, haven't we? Haven't we? Thank you so much, Uncle Koi. I like how much you talk in the chat. I like people that talk a lot. Because I talk a lot. I used to talk for 14 hours straight. Now I'm at the ripe age of 30. I can talk for 2 hours and then my voice starts to go. Then again, back in the past, my voice was like perpetually gone. People used to always come to my chat. They're like, are you a smoker? Are you a smoker? Oh my God, lay off the cigarettes. I'm like, I've never smoked a cigarette in my life. I just stream every day for 14 hours. I'm sorry, love me. Thank you, Teaspoon. Thank you. I went on Pinterest today. It was one of those days where I was feeling extra, you know, where I was like, I have enough energy not only to do my makeup different today. Okay, I don't know what this look is, but also my hair. And I don't get these days every day. So when I get these days and I can sit in front of the computer with my mirror and my Pinterest board up and all the different beautiful things on it, and I can be like, I'm gonna do one of those things. I have the energy to do it. It's like, yes, yes, I love it. I love it. We have to take advantage of those moments. Otherwise, you guys are getting the fucking 2-second cat eye fun buns, which everyone thinks fun buns take a lot of work. They don't. It takes me 2 seconds. So we gotta take advantage of it and do the stylies. So, you know, I look like I could almost go to Coachella, you guys. Maybe not with these pants and this top, but like the hair and the makeup, I could totally go to Coachella right now. But I'm here for you instead. I'm here for girls' night. Ladies' night. I'm here for our new moon ritual, guys. Shall we talk about the new moon? I think there's a lunar eclipse today too, or is it a solar eclipse? It's the new moon in Taurus. Guys, okay, it's all about the earth, okay, and it's all about us putting into action the people we want to become, the work we want to do, the things we want to do today. So solar eclipse, thank you, Teaspoon. We can anchor that. Okay, so we're gonna do a little ritual today. I know. Okay, we're gonna be like super, you know, it doesn't have to be witchy, it could be pagan. Doesn't have to be pagan. It could be fantasy. Doesn't have to be fantasy. It could be, you know, like a warlock, you know, like whatever you want to identify as today in the magical culture, do it. Did I say pegging? We might have to talk about some pegging today. We'll see. I did put the 18 plus in the title, so we'll see which women join. Teaspoon, if you identify as a woman, you should join my Discord, and you should join Ladies Night, because we're gonna get all the girls in my chat. So join the Ladies Night chat. I'm gonna deafen for now, and then I'm gonna open that up soon. Yes, Vic, the optimal time. Yes. What do you think about taking a cold shower every morning? Oh my God, are you guys trying to be a superhero? Do you want to have main character energy? Okay. Do you want to be stronger than the best warrior on your realm currently? Well, you can do that. by taking a cold shower every morning. Hi, Kat. Welcome back. How are you? Okay. Cold showers, cold plunges are so good for you. You can even, if you don't have cold enough water, you can get ice water and you put it in a bowl and you submerge your face in it. That's a whole thing too. Bet you guys didn't know about that. Submerge your face in cold water if you're having feelings of depression. It can change your whole life. Yeah, but here's the thing. Okay. Let me explain something to you. Let me explain something. TDX, thank you so much for the bitties. I appreciate your love. I receive your generosity. Thank you. Here's the thing. If you can't do cold like that, there are probably things in your life that you're reacting to and being affected by that you don't need to be affected by, okay? Like being sensitive to cold is kind of related to being sensitive to things in a lot of places in life, okay? Like being triggered, like someone saying something, being like, or being in an uncomfortable situation and being like, or being in a pain or heat or cold, whatever is putting you off of your like zone. You've got like this zone where you're comfortable, and if you go too far this way or too far this way, you're uncomfortable. Or you could think of it as a sphere, because let's be honest, things are not two-dimensional. So three-dimensional, you're comfortable in your sphere, but if anything is outside of it, you're uncomfortable. And so body hacking with, I have Icelandic and Czech heritage, Ranger. So pretty much Norwegian, you know, if you draw a line to each other, it runs through Norway, I think a little bit. But so when you do things like the cold plunges, or there's a lot of people who will like intentionally put themselves in uncomfortable situations and you learn how to deal with it. Okay, that's why I love walking barefoot in nature, is like you learn to tell your feet that it's like, this is a sensation. Okay, and you can do this to pain in your body too. Like we have these incredible bodies and they're going to tell us when we have stimulus coming in that they want us to affect a change on or be aware of, right? And so when you're really sensitive, a lot of people can't even walk on their feet on like pavers outside, you know, or a little bit of gravel. They're like, but it's not pain, it's a sensation. And so it's learning to have this relationship with pain or uncomfortability where you're not attaching to the feeling and you're not resisting the feeling. You're just accepting it. You're saying, okay, I feel you. Thank you for this sensation, body. You're absolutely the most incredible piece of technology I inhabit. Thank you. I appreciate it. And so like for the cold showers, like, ooh, this is fucking cold. Okay, what can I do to feel more comfortable? Okay, breathing in through your nose. Out through your mouth, breathing in through your nose. Out through your mouth. And so doing these practices that allow you to reconnect back into the present moment and then relax and feel the sensation of your body, feel the sensation of the cold, but you're not attaching to it. And so when you learn to start to do this with cold showers, it affects every other aspect of your life. Barefoot walking becomes easier. Being in pain because of period cramps gets a little bit easier. Being in pain because of a cold or a sickness, being out of control, being frustrated, being around someone who's being toxic, whatever it is that like puts you off kilter, you learn how to like be in the present moment, not attached to the stimulus, and find your harmony and peace. So, and also, so that's just the mental aspect of it. That's just the mental game. Why don't boiling showers count? So here, I'm getting into that. That's just the mental game. 1 second, I have an order coming. But oh, it's almost here. Wow, it's so close. If any ladies in the chat right now want to join, I'm in the ladies night right now in the voice channel. Join Discord, get in there, and then I'll start that in like probably like 10 minutes. We'll start ladies night. TDX, thank you so much for the bits. Yeah, you supported me on IG Live too. I remember that. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I know, TDX, I'm kind of wondering like what platform I should be on. I'm like trying to stream on all of them. Targaryen water. Yes. So the reason why there's cold showers are so good for you is because, and cold in general, like cold therapy, what it does is when you're cold, the blood from your body moves into your core. So like when people do those like super cold, what's it called? Like, what are they called? The super cold, like chambers and stuff like that. We're working on it, Lord. Then all of your blood comes into your heart and into your chest. I would disagree with that. I don't think there's more freedom on Instagram. Hello? Yeah. Can you just leave it outside the front door? Are you here? The door. You can go through the gate. No dog outside. No. She's inside. Yeah. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye. Vic, mother of Odysseus, welcome to the channel, Vic. Thank you so much for gifting us sub. Let's do some love in the chat for Vic. Oh my god, I swear all the girls on my channel are so freaking generous. Yeah, so the cryo chamber. So what it does is it pushes all the blood into your core. And then when it's in your core, it's oxygenating, and that's why Wim Hof encourages you to do the Wim Hof breathing, because you're hyper oxygenating your blood. And then when you do the cold's getting pushed in, and then it's the cold from the blood from your extremities is getting this rich oxygen overload. And then when you warm up again, it goes back out, and it's like this churned and healthy and happy blood. And so it's really good for inflammation, for arthritis, for a bunch of different things. And then it also affects your mental health too. Like one of the best things you can do for depression is cold therapy. So if you're depressed right now, try this cold therapy. Thank you, Bubbles, please. Thank you. Yes, cat eye for the kitty stream today. Hi, Java Jawa. How are you? Pick a number between 1 and 100. 100, always. We keep it 100 here. We keep it 100. What about hypothermia? Well, obviously, you don't want to get to the point of hypothermia, but the cool thing about the Wim Hof method is when you do Wim Hof method and you do that hyper oxygenation, you actually can spend more time in the cold before having symptoms of hypothermia. And Wim Hof himself has done like marathons or like long runs and long swims and things like that in like polar water and in polar areas, like with the Wim Hof method without any clothes on and going barefoot. So, oh my god, it's just such a huge compliment, Moons. I volunteer as tribute as an actor from The Matrix. Thank you. Modern day look with the 90s look. Thank you. I am mixing and matching together. I love that. Thank you. It's a good compliment. Hi, divine ball of light, energy, and inspiration, aka Kitty Please. Java in the house. You made it. Thank you so much for joining us. I feel so fucking good. Normally these new moons, they get me so low and slow, but I'm doing this 3-day fast today too. So today I'm only drinking teas and water. Yesterday I was only drinking tea and water, and tomorrow I'll only drink tea and water. And then I'm gonna go for sushi for dinner, and that's 72 hours of letting my digestion just take a fucking break and work on what's it called? Cell apoptosis, is that right? No. What is it called? There's this thing where when you're fasting, your body switches. You're doing a water fast too, Emily. What the fuck? You're so fucking cool. I had like 3 other girls message me on Instagram, and they were telling me that they were also doing fasts, and I was like, apoptosis, autophagy. It's autophagy. So it happens when the cells is cell death, but it's the unhealthy cell death. So fasting as you go, okay. I'm gonna have some what's it called? Some juice right now, Emily. I'm kind of cheating because I wanted to have a little bit of kratom for ladies' night, which makes you a little bit like relaxed. We'll see. Actually, I haven't tried this specific drink, but you're only drinking beer and coffee, so I guess I'm the other half of y'all. you're expecting? Oh, mother, congratulations. Holy shit, that's so fucking cool. Wow, how far along are you? Oh my god. Yes, Fredo, good vibes, good vibes. Okay, we're gonna do, I'm gonna get the ladies and ladies night. Who's joining today? If you guys are, who's gonna join ladies night? I don't know if Olivia's joining. Olivia, are you joining? Mother, are you joining? Emily, are you joining? Cheesy, are you joining? You feel so low today? Okay, well, girl, I'm here, but I can't join voice chat. Okay, Kat, next time, next time. What was I gonna say? Take my energy. Well, don't take it. Let's share the energy today, Cheesy. I got you. Kratom tea should be okay. That's what I was thinking. Bedtime for TDX! TDX, thank you so much for the bits. You've supported my channel for so long. You've been around from like fucking year 1, year 2. Crazy. Appreciate you. Thank you for being so supportive of me on all my different platforms. And thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. What emoji with this subscribe? Bless. Kitty hug. Where's Kitty? Kitty love. Oh, that's a kitty aw. Kitty heart. Kitty hype. There we go. Look at all those. I forget I have emotes sometimes. I'm like, oh, wow. Past Kristen worked very hard to get all these emotes. Emily. It's not working. Okay, Sheezy, you're gonna have to get voice verified, probably. See if you can join voice verify. See if you can join voice verify. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. I said 100. Yeah, but I thought it'd be 100 bits. I thought you were gonna do like 1 to 100 bits, not 100 times 10. Yeah, I can show you my dog. Satine, great. Whenever you want to join, you guys can hop in. And in the meantime, I'm gonna just keep this rolling. I'm gonna keep this rolling on my own. I'm gonna be spitting the wisdom and the facts. Okay. What? Wait, I actually can't close this. It's way too hot in here. It's gonna be a great day, my friends. Luke, do you want me to close your door? Okay. I don't own this. I was thinking about buying. Olivia, did you get voice verified? Let me give you the ladies chat. Okay, I gave it to you. Now you can go on ladies night. Anyone else need to get voice verified? I voice verified Olivia. You're baking for your daughter's 12th birthday? Oh my god, that's so cute. Sheezy, you should just join the Discord on your phone and push to talk when you want to talk. Is now, Olivia, is now. You're chill. Okay, it's in like 4 more minutes. At 3:40, it'll start. Hi, Dom Dom. Yeah, he was gonna be gift size, but I can't do it mobile. You know, I'll just take the bits. It's great. I mean, I love people joining the kitty team too, though. Hey, Craigster, how are you? Okay, so I've never tried. I've been learning about kratom. Wait, if you're a girl or identify as a woman, we're doing ladies' night tonight, and I'm gonna let you guys, I'm gonna let you guys talk. No, we're gonna get together. I think I gave Satine too many rolls. We're gonna get together. I don't know why I'm so nervous. I want to tell you a story really quick. Okay. And then I'll introduce what ladies' night is. when I first started watching streaming, I was absolutely obsessed with Legendary Leah. I don't know if anyone remembers Leah. She has a baby now, and she's like actually one of my favorite Instagram influencers now. It was 8 years ago. Ruin, thank you for the 6 years and 3 weeks. I love you. I love Leah too. Like, she just like saved my university life. And by saved, I mean I dropped out of university thanks to Titters. Yeah. Well, thanks to Titters. And she was definitely like an influence to like, whoa, you can still like, or you can be normal, not normal, but like you can be like a person and stream on Twitch. Like, she was like the first girl that I found that like streamed on Twitch, or her and Hafu, and didn't have like competitive stuff going on, because back then it was like a lot of like tournaments and things like that on Twitch, and I was like, whoa, real people do it too. Like, I could do that. I want to do it. I'm a real person, I think. Last time I checked. Oh my god, I love that cat. Okay, so Leah, she did, I'm gonna take the glasses off for a little bit. She did a stream where what's it called? I'm in Voice Verify, by the way. If any girls want to join my Discord, join Voice Verify, and then I'll bring you into Ladies Night, and then we're going to talk about girl topics. And guy topics. We can talk about all the topics, okay? What was I saying? Oh, she would do this this Minecraft Hunger Games thing. And I got in. I was like 1 of 100 in the lobby. And I wasn't a streamer yet, and I was playing, and she was in the same lobby as me, and I cried. I was like a 22-year-old woman in the same lobby as Leah, and I cried. And then I met her at DreamHack, and then we became great friends, and it was great. No, I don't drink alcohol, but I'm just telling this story because like I get being nervous to like talk to people on the internet. It's like so intimidating, but I wanted to share that story because it happens to fucking everyone. Now I'm not afraid to talk to anyone. Okay, you can put me in front of the president, and you can put me in front of fucking Gandhi, and you can put me in front of Oprah, and I'll be like, hey, you guys want to dance? Like, I got no problem anymore, but I did for a long time. Okay, I'm gonna do some voice verifying. Voice verification. Okay. Wait, right before. No! No! Am I still streaming? Am I still live? My graphics card just crashed. Hello? Oh no. It's been having a lot of issues lately. Oh god. Oh. Hello? Can you guys see me? You see me? I think I fixed it. It's like a physical problem with the graphics card, and periodic, like it's like the physical thing. If it like bends, it just like fucks up. But I switched my OBS to CPU instead of graphics card, thank god, otherwise my stream would have gone down. Okay, just pray for my graphics card. I'm literally like not touching anything, it's just as crazy. Okay, so ladies night, how did this start? I have been part of the Twitch community, if you guys listened to that last story, for a long time. 8 years. And where we are now is so different from where we were in the beginning. And what happened to me over time, and this is not just true for Twitch, this is true for a lot of different things in the world, is over time, based on people's comments, Carol, how are you? Thank you for the 5 months. Do you want to join our ladies night? I'll voice verify right now. If you want to join. So such a different world to be live on and streaming in. And over time, people's criticism, people's comments, the hate raids, the blah, 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 blah. There's been so much stuff that like prevented me from speaking, and it got me really afraid of like having us like I didn't feel like I had a safe place to talk about sexuality. Like people would get turned on by my shoulders. If I showed my shoulder, like they would go fucking crazy. It's a different world back then. But it caused me to edit so much of what I was saying, and I started having so many voice issues. Like they call it like your throat chakra is having issues or whatever. It was not flowing properly. It wasn't flowing the way it needed to. My shoulders are saying, okay, that's beside the point. I know I got, you know, but no, I got great shoulders, but it was not a good vibe. And so I was just craving, one, to feel better in myself and in my ability to like communicate and be embodiment of my truth and who I was. And so my rebellion to this, like, what do you call that? Like conservative, like constricting. It's because I sell the shoulders. Oh, okay. So I got good shoulders and I can sell them. Anyways, I wanted to create a safe place for women, and then we have guys night too, women and men, and then we also do LGBTQ plus LGBTQUA night as well. I'm planning those still, the guys night and LGBTQ plus night, but it is a time where we get viewers into my Discord and we just have an open conversation about topics that are important to us. Okay, so this can range from very female things like periods, which if you're a guy and you cringe at that right now, this is a great place for you to be, because if you plan on dating women or having women in your life at all, it's really important that you learn to be comfortable with that. I'm so good, Kat. I'm so good. I'm having a phenomenal day today. Okay, so that's one thing. We also might talk about sex. So if you get uncomfortable by that, that's another thing that you should learn to have less shame around and get more comfortable with. Okay, how to talk to girls, how to talk to guys. We talk about all that kind of thing. And then we also talk about what's going on in the world right now. Okay, like last time, I'm blanking a little bit, but we talked about, what's it called? Having the confidence to leave the house and be more social after like the trauma of COVID and things like that. So lots of different topics, but we're gonna get into it. It's always an absolute grab bag. Like I have nothing planned before these nights, and then I just let the ladies and the conversation go. We're gonna get to meet a lot of really cool people. And hi Snorri, welcome. So we're gonna talk about we're gonna do these ladies nights, new moon and full moon, and do little rituals too. Like I'm gonna jump over a candle. Yeah, COVID has been a roller coaster. Yeah, we're all feeling it. Okay. Let me undeaf it. Okay, hi, Jay's. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, you're just really quiet for me. I wonder if try talking one more time. Let me see what you peek at.
Hello, hello, hello,
Okay,
hello,
yeah, I hear you. That's good.
Okay.
Okay, good. I'm gonna turn myself up a little bit. Okay, great. Welcome. I'm gonna give you the role and then move you to ladies' night. And then there you go. Meet you in there. Okay. Hi, mother. Hello, mother. You let me know when your mic is working. Hi, Sworn. Welcome back. Well, I stream Monday to Tuesday, 12 to 2, and then full moons and new moons. Listen, when I come into streaming or making any content in general, and I really hope that more people in the world did this, you probably have a keybind for it. So go down to keybinds and settings, and then your push to talk should be one of those, and then just set it to a key that's easy for you to click. It's different for everyone. I don't know what the default is on Discord, because I've changed it. Hi, Spectacular. How are you? Okay, but I want to like, maybe we can talk about this in ladies night too, but like I want to be more consistent, not consistent. I want to encourage people oh, I see, Sworn. Okay, well, here you are. You know what? Maybe it's not such a fucking bad thing, Sworn. Maybe it's not such a bad thing. Here's the thing. I have this theory. Okay. It's like what makes these vices is your reaction to them and the way that you like self-flagellate. Is that the right word? Flagellate. You're like, oh, I'm so mad. I can't stop watching all the cute girls on Twitch. This is so bad. What is that called? I don't know. Name for it. Hey, Nikki. Thank you. Nikki, where do you live? That's a personal question. When are you gonna be in Miami next? I need Nikki energy in my life. I just moved here. Okay, so self-flagellation. You're in San Diego? Okay, I did know that. I knew you were south of me when I was in LA. So like if you're saying like you're so heavily addicted to watching girls stream and it's like such a bad thing, like if it's not inherently a bad thing, right? It's just a thing and you're not addicted. Like I think we need to understand our things around addiction. It's just like you derive a lot of pleasure from that. So like while you're watching girls stream, there's a hi Kaiser, welcome. While you're watching guys and girls stream, you're like there's a lot of people that instead are grinding like Valorant for 8 hours a day. You know, there's a lot of people that are drinking. There's a lot of people that are working out nonstop. There's a lot of people that are doing different things that they're doing in order to, is it like, are you dissociating? Are you numbing? Are you escaping? Are you like pleasurable? Like what are, like there's all these things that like this thing is like covering, not as a vice, but like, I don't know. It's a deeper challenge that this is helping you with. And until you solve that, I think that watching Twitch streams is like probably pretty healthy because honestly, there's so many self-aware, kind, open, loving girls on this platform that are just like so eager to actually create real relationships and friendships on the platform. And like, if you're taking advantage of that and enjoying that, I think there's nothing wrong with that. Like there's so many other things. This guilt, shame, and pleasure you get from it. Yeah, but like, so I can form, because you don't think that you can form real relationships. I think it's just like having balance. Like, it's like, this is just what you do. And that's okay. It's more just understanding it is like not being bad. I don't know. So kind of interesting. Also, you wear it a lot, Sworn. Every time you come in my channel, you tell me about it. So I don't know, maybe it's because you feel like it's a safe place to talk about, but also I'd love just to hear about you, you know? And like, don't tell this story to yourself that this is your problem. Like maybe it's just better to just ignore it for a bit. Like so many people, like we get so focused on our challenges and our problems and we're just like, oh my God, tunnel vision. Like this is who I am. And this is a problem. It's a big problem. I have to keep looking at it. Look at this problem. It's like this speck. And then like, there's like the whole fucking cosmos, you know? And you're like, this speck is so bad. But it's like, don't look at the speck. Look at everything else. Like go for a walk. Go like hug a tree. And life gets so fucking good. Whoa. The wrong way. I think she rubbed him the right way. The energy you cast on something gives it power. Exactly, Jeannie. You know what's up. You know what's up. We got the right kind of people in the chat today. All right. Mother, do you have your push to talk fixed? Mother. It's me. I need to voice verify you before I go to the ladies' nights. Hi, Poshizi. So, we're drinking tonight while Mother gets her push to talk. It's not working. Guys, what is the default push to talk for Discord? Is it the slash or the T or the P? Okay, well tell me you changed it to V. Is your mic connected? Okay, well tell me when you fix it. Tell me when you fix it. You can just sit here and practice. If any ladies in the chat would like to join Discord for this chat, let me know. I'm gonna get right into it now. Before I do, we're gonna be drinking. This is Mr. T. I don't think I'm gonna have the whole thing. This is Kratom. Okay, I think they do third. I'll do a third of that. You can try, guys. If you identify as a woman, you can join. But like, I want you to be honest with me. Like, don't fuck with us. Okay? You could use a voice changer. Like, wait, I think I got the low one. Is this one? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Okay, now I'm like, got a lower voice, so. Hey, can I join guys night? Wait. Can I join? Can I join? Can I join guys night? Can I join guys night? Hey, can I go? Can I join guys night? I'm here for guys night. I'm here for guys night. I'm here for guys night. I can't. I'm trying to fix it. Hello, hello. Hey, I sound like a serial killer. Oh, how do you know I'm not one now?
Papa. Okay, that's enough of that. No. Okay, I'm going to ladies' night. All right. Hi, I'm here. How are you guys? Hello. I don't know why my music is so loud today. I'll turn that down. Hi, Jace. How do I say your name? Jay?
Like Judges or Jays, it doesn't matter.
Judges.
Yeah.
Judges or Jays? Well, what do you prefer?
I guess yes, if you can say that. I don't know.
Yes. I can say yes. Is that right?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do my best.
Yeah.
Welcome, all of you guys. You can't get your mic to work. It's okay. You got time. No rush, Kat. Take your time. Okay. Join at any time, and when you join, we'll do an introduction, etc. And I'm gonna do a quick intro for Ladies Night for everyone that just joined. Welcome to the stream. My name is Kristen, otherwise known as Kitty Plays. I do these Ladies Nights now on a new schedule, the new moon and the full moon, because bringing women together during these signs, we are like the most affected beings by the moon. And so I just thought it'd be fun to come together for both the high tide and the low tide and discuss things that are important to us. So if you're new to chat and you haven't been here to vote Ladies Night before, all that I ask is that you keep an open and curious mind. And if you're going to have comments, please keep them positive. And if you want to give constructive criticism, you may. However, we are going to wait until we ask for constructive criticism on topics before you interject, if you guys can wait for those moments. So yeah, we've got, you're using your mic headset. Okay, well, I believe in you, Kat. You can also, I honestly just use my iPhone or like mobile phones work pretty well for this if you want to join, and then you just gotta push to talk. Is the moon a feminine energy? The moon is very feminine. So 28-day cycle. Women are also 28-day cycles. 13 periods a year, 13 moons a year. Yeah, women are very much in tune with the moon. The waning and the waxing. Yeah, we might get into talking about that today. Okay, but to start us off, we're going to go and introduce everyone who's joined so far. So we'll go through the list, starting with Yays. And I want you to say, what's your name? What country are you from? And what are you most excited about in life right now?
My name is Jessica. I live in Sweden, and what I'm most excited about, I don't really know right now.
Okay, we'll come back to you. We'll come back to
Yeah.
you. Yeah. I started with you and I put you on the spot, so I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Olivia, what about you?
I'm Olivia. I'm from Canada, and I'm most excited to be getting out of the pandemic restrictions.
Yay! Canada's lagging behind a little bit. They're a little bit behind everyone else, but I'm glad they're finally making changes.
We sure are.
Yeah, that's good. Satine, are you here? I put you in here early, so I don't know if you're back. Okay, I'll answer then. My name is Kristen. I am from Canada, but I'm currently living in the United States, and I am most excited about being here now in this moment with chat and with these ladies. Whoever joins, whoever doesn't join, it's going to be perfect. We're going to talk about a bunch of different topics, and we rely on chat too. So if you guys are in chat and you've got questions, let me know. And at any point during the stream, if you are identifying as a lady, please join the Discord and we'll get you in here to chat with us. Hi, Batman. Yeah, I like doing these, Nikki. They're really fun. You should join one sometime. Okay, great. Well, guys, since it is the new moon / full moon, we can lead with, have you ever done any ceremonies for the moon? Do you feel connected to the moon? And what is your experience with the moon, if you have any? Yes, Olivia?
I don't really know. Like, I like to look at the moon. I always look at the moon when I can see it and stuff. I really like it, but like, I don't really know much about the like maybe spiritual or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The spiritual side of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a beginner in the spiritual side, but you're an advanced moon watcher.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's a great start. That's awesome. What about you, Olivia?
I'm the same. I'm here to get enlightened.
Okay. Yay. Well, okay. I'll do my rant about the moon. I used to be the same, and I felt like, oh wow, it's cool. Look, it's the full moon. It's really bright. It makes it really light outside. That's great. And then I started learning about how, I mean, we're like what, 70% water, 80% water, and how much the pull of the moon affects our planet. Like, for example, the tides. The way the tides work is as the moon and the earth spin, the moon pulls this bubble of water because of its gravity to one side of the moon, and the earth rotates through it. So I thought that was really crazy and interesting. And so how I use the moon personally is, for the new moon is the time of like planting seeds. So anything that you want to kind of call into your life, to call into fruition, like to become fruit. I spend some time, whether it's meditating or going for a walk and just contemplating and thinking about things that I want to cultivate within the next 2 weeks. So it can be leading up to the next full moon, or it can be leading up to the next cycle. So depending what astrology sign that it's in, you can have it lead up to that one in the future. And that's how I use the new moon. So I'll write down a list of things that I really want to cultivate, whether it's just personally. So like maybe there's a quality that I want to embody more. And the thing for me lately has been returning to my more masculine energy. I've been living so much in my feminine lately, which isn't a problem. But it's very, and I guess I'll explain the feminine and masculine, or the ethos of it. The feminine is very go with the flow. It's very creative. It's very powerful. It's very destructive as well, creative and destructive. And it doesn't have any structure. And then for the masculine, it has more of a structure. It goes on and does what it, oh, great, Kat, join the voice verify. It goes after what it wants. It has like lists. It might schedule things more. It's got strategies in place to get things done. And so it's nice to have that kind of combination of going with the flow and being very fluid, but then also creating a container to kind of hold the water. Otherwise, it's just kind of spilling out everywhere. So for this moon, I'm cultivating just more strategies. So that could be things like working in my Notion, and having different schedules. I'm getting a bullet journal. I'm going to get back into bullet journaling. I used to do it so much. So I'm really looking forward to that. Thank you for the follow, Hachu. Hi, Flower. How are you? Welcome to the stream. So have you guys, how does that sound? Would you be willing to talk about the things that you want to manifest for the next full moon? Gaze or Olivia?
I don't really know what to say about that.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
You don't have to say anything. I'll just keep talking.
Okay.
You guys can come in when you want. Hi, baby.
Yeah.
Baby, thank you so much for the host. I don't know why it didn't pop up. I see it in my activity feed, but it didn't come up in chat. Hi, baby. Thank you so much for the host. How was your stream? What time is it for you? What time is it for you? Welcome. You're not verified? Yeah, go into, okay, you gotta go to verification in my Discord, and then you gotta go to voice verify. Welcome to the stream, everyone. We are doing ladies' night tonight, where I get the women in my chat to join the Discord, and we have different discussions about topics that are important to me. So far, it seems like these topics are important to me, and we will learn about topics that are important to Yace and Olivia as we go. I love you too, baby. Thanks for being here. Adventure, more hiking, and experiencing the natural earth. I think those are great things to add to moon manifestations. Thank you, Flower. Yeah, I did this meditation. Actually, it was more like a crisis prayer. Oh, with your boyfriend. That's so fun. Yeah, baby, I've been vlogging and now I'm back to streaming. I stream Monday to Thursday now. I don't know if it's in your time schedule though. It's 12 to 3. How does one verify women? Just through voice. Just through voice if you identify as a woman. And if you're transitioning and you identify as a woman, you can be clear with me about that. Okay, thank you, baby. You typed verification into the verification channel. Great. Now join the voice verified channel. The green glow behind the moon. Whoa, I've never noticed that, man. So I'm gonna look for that next time. I play you like a slow song. You got banned in Nate Shot's chat after saying menstrual cycle and period. What was that in context to though, D-Money? That's really funny. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else I want to manifest. So this new moon is all about Earth. The Earth is very important. Let me read it to you guys. So there's a new moon in Taurus. What are your guys' opinions on astrology? What signs are you, Yaze and Olivia?
I'm a Virgo.
You're a Virgo? What about you, Yaze?
I'm the one with the fish. I don't know what it's called. I don't remember.
Ooh, why can't I remember? Fish? Is that
The fish one. I don't know.
wait? What's the fish one? Oh, it's not Cancer. No, Pisces.
Pisces, yeah. But I don't really know much about astrology.
You don't know much about astrology.
No.
Same.
I think that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing. You can learn anytime. I think if you get into it too much, then it can really affect you. And it's your choice whether it affects you for the positive or the negative. But I always encourage people to do their whole chart. And actually something that I like better than here, I'll show you guys. Something that I like better than human design is, I mean, I just gave it away. Something that I like better than astrology is human design. You don't see the voice verification channel? Turkey, are you still here? Can you verify her? I think she verified wrong. Wait, are you Cat Carol in Discord? You brought kombucha, Vic. Yum. Iced peppermint tea. Astrology Cafe has a good one. Yeah, I like Astrology Cafe, but I want to show you guys something even cooler. Let me just log on to it. Passwords. I can't be the only one that like literally relies on Apple and not Apple. What is this app I have? My passwords app for everything. Like I don't remember any of my passwords. Okay, Kristen.
Hello, it's Satine. Can you hear me?
Hi, Satine. How are you?
Hi. Thanks for waiting. I got my mic ready.
Welcome.
Finally.
No problem.
you.
We know we're on your schedule, so we're on everyone's schedule. But we'll let everyone enjoy that.
Time doesn't exist.
Exactly. Okay, wait. Where's this?
I live in Washington State, the Pacific Northwest.
That's a good state. What are you most excited about?
And I'm most excited about that I just recently completed life coaching school, so modern life coaching.
Wow.
With Cynthia Garcia.
So
Yeah,
you talked
it's,
about this last ladies' night, didn't you? You're in my chat.
Yeah, in chat briefly.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's
So
so
I'm excited
cool.
to cultivate a community and like finally help others, you know.
Well, I mean, you've always been helping others if you're interested in
Absolutely.
life coaching school. So now you're
That's
just
true.
helping others with an internet certificate. So
Exactly.
that's great. That's awesome. You just did your human design and you got generator. Ah, cool. Generators are so important, Carrot. Thank you for being a generator. Satine, have you done your human design?
I believe so, but I don't remember what it was. I'll have to look for it.
Okay, this is a human design chart. I don't know if you guys can also see the stream, but it looks really crazy. It looks really crazy. Hi, Cozy. Oh, if you guys like learning, and I'm sure you do because everyone in here is a big gamer. So the gamers of the world. Oh, and when I say, just for clarification, when I say internet certificate, I think internet certificates are better than legitimate schools these days because they're more up to date and they're more aligned with paths. So I'm all for internet education.
Yeah, and actually the school that I graduated from is actually accredited in the state of Washington. So yeah.
Chat. Awesome. Okay, how do we do this? Everyone's like, I need this. We all just love learning about ourselves, don't we? Okay, so you're gonna go to mybodygraph.com. I'm gonna link it in the chat. And then you're gonna go and you're gonna get your body graph, your human design. And then you're gonna come here and we're gonna talk about it and I'm gonna explain things. And so if you guys get yours done too, it'll be easy. If you guys do yours, it'll be easier as I'm explaining things to see if things apply to you or not. So I'll try and read it for everyone. I didn't know I was gonna do human design on stream today, but here we go. You need some knowledge. Go ahead.
Also, I forgot to mention I'm a Taurus is my astrology sign with Virgo rising and Gemini moon.
Ooh, so is your birthday soon?
It just passed. It was last week.
Oh, happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
Okay. So did everyone do their human design? I legit was just researching human design today. This is awesome timing. You know, I don't call things weird synchronicities anymore. I call them divine synchronicities. So whenever I'm like, oh, that's weird. Oh, that's weird. Like I literally thought today how I'm like, oh man, I really need a hair curler. I literally had that thought today and I picked up my boyfriend from the airport and he was carrying a hair curler in his hand.
Wow.
In his hand at the airport because he went to Ulta or was at this Ulta event and he got it for free for me. So
Awesome.
Guys, divine, everything is in order. We just need to reach that heightened bliss state that lets things flow into reality faster. That's it. It's so fucking fun. Okay, so did everyone get their human design? Does everyone have a chart that looks something like this? I can show you some of my friends. So this is Lace's, this is Luke's, this is Yuri's. I did my pets. This is my friend's daughter Evie. She has hers like almost all filled in. It's so cool. I can't wait to like meet her as her consciousness evolves. This is my sister. This is my friend Louisa. She's a reflector, so some people won't even have anything colored in, and I love reading these from my friends, so I'm excited to do your guys's. All right, we'll just read mine because I know it the best, and then we can get into detail. So this is human design. It was channeled by a guy named Ra. I mean, I think he changed his name to Ra, but in a supreme heightened state, he took his pen to paper and started writing furiously. And this is a combination between astrology, I Ching, and his channeled. And essentially what it is that at your time of birth, or I guess for this, it's your design date. I don't know, whatever they calculate that as, which is, what does that look like? A period of time before, like 4 months? Let's see what design date. Design refers to body graph as a whole. Design refers to everything. Nature of your unconscious is red. Okay. I don't know why they have that. Anyways, so based on your time and your date, based on the way that the energetic bodies, and so we were talking about the importance of a moon, and what the fuck does head centered mean? We're gonna get to that. Silent, this is called human design. If you want to get your chart made, you can go to that link and get yours made. It's free. Okay, but then they're gonna try and make you pay. Don't pay on this site. If you want to get more information about this, everything is available for free. You just have to Google it specifically and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, so let's get started. So Based on your data, you're gonna get a graph like this, okay? And so when you were born, depending on the different planets at play, they affected your little water body differently, okay? So based on that, you're gonna have these tendencies. These are gonna be things that you have tendencies towards, and over time, you're gonna grow and develop and change and bloom. And so again, the same thing with astrology. Things like this can be your tendencies, and it's going to teach you how to work with your strategy and your authority. And based on your strategy and authority, it's going to make life get very easy for you and fun. And it's going to feel like you're in flow again and you can relax, which I think most of us here deserve. And if you, I'm not deserve, desire. And if you don't desire that, then that's up to you. Okay. All right. So, I guess we'll go through the top things first. So there's a bunch of different types. Okay. So if you guys are looking at this, the first thing that you can look at is type right here on your body graphs. His name's Ra. And then I Ching, I mean, I Ching has been like a pseudoscience in Asia for like thousands of years. So you're a manifester. I'm a projector. I saw a manifesting generator. There is a generator in there too. Okay, great. Yeah, all right. So do you guys, I mean, is this interesting enough for me to go through and read about the different types? Satine, are you interested in this? Olivia? Yes, okay.
See what's exciting for you.
What are you guys in chat?
Yeah.
Did you guys do your chart? Anyone? Oh, sorry, not chat. In my call, did you guys do your chart? Olivia?
Yeah.
I did.
What is your guys' type?
Where do I see that?
So go to my body graphs at the top of the page, and then you should see yours, and then it's the right tab says type. You're a generator. So
I'm a reflector.
you're a reflector. Oh, reflector is interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start with that then. So reflector is really interesting, and I have two really good friends that are reflectors. And so what this means is that as a reflector, you have no defined zones. So actually I can show you one because wait, that's a combo graph. Hang on. Where is she? Louisa. Okay. So this is what a reflector's chart looks like. And so a reflector is really interesting because you have no defined areas, which means when an area is colored in, it means that you have more like steadiness in that area. There's more knowing you have about yourself, and you're less likely to be influenced in that area by outside energy. But if you're a reflector and you have open areas, you're more likely to be influenced by others. And so sometimes you can feel like your life isn't like, it takes on a life of its own. And so the interesting thing about reflectors is when people meet you, they're gonna love you or they're not gonna love you. And the reason why is because projectors reflect energy. And so if you're meeting someone and they are someone like me, which is why I love reflectors, I've cultivated a level of appreciation for myself and love for myself, and I like myself. So when I meet reflectors and they start acting as my mirror, then I'm like, oh my God, like this girl's fucking cool. Like I need to get to know her. And so I ended up getting to know reflectors really easily. But if you're meeting people who don't like themselves and don't cultivate a good relationship with themselves, they're not going to like you because they're going to see in you the things that they don't like about themselves and they're ignoring in themselves. So that's interesting for reflectors. And then another thing for reflectors is their authority. I don't know if you see that too, Yays, is the lunar cycle. So
yeah.
So the way that you're meant to, one second. Oh, why my headset's not. Okay, I hope that charges it. You're a reflector. Well, you should go look at that. She constantly felt not good enough, although I do not believe through my self-reflection and was pushed on to Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, a lot of people just don't feel good about themselves. I mean, and that is the most important thing we need to do in life is learn to love ourselves. Oh, why is my headset dying? 1 second, guys. I think I need to plug this into a different USB. Un momento. Isn't it fun to learn about new things, guys? Especially when it affects us. Okay. You're a projector? Me too, Sheezy. Okay. So reflectors are interesting. They have the least amount of people in the world are reflectors. I think it's like 1% of people are reflectors. And the interesting thing for them is their authority is the lunar cycle. So if you're on your chart right now in your solar plexus, like me, we're emotional. Okay, so the whole thing about human design is the most important thing is the strategy. Okay, so it's either to respond. Manifesting generators are typically to respond. Luke's a projector too. I'm a projector, so we have to wait for invitations. Manifesting generators to respond. Let's see. Oops. I'm trying to see if I have any interesting friends. Yeah. Okay. So it's to respond, wait for invitation, or lunar cycle. So does yours say lunar cycle, yes? Do you see
On
that?
authority?
Yeah. Or no. Yeah.
Yeah.
It says lunar cycle. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's interesting for you is when you're making really big decisions, it's important for you to take more time, like a whole month, which is funny that we're talking about this and now we're learning about the moon and now you're going to learn more and more about the moon. But it's like 28 days cycle for you to decide whether you should take that apartment or whether you should apply to that school or whether you should do X, Y, and Z or commit to getting married or whatever it is. So for the really big decisions, you're going to feel better when you're waiting for the lunar cycle. And then throughout the course of the month, you just see how you like whether it feels like a yes or feels like a no. And then by the end of it, you should have your response. So that's kind of that's a unique one. And again, only 1% of people are reflectors. So that's crazy that we got one in our channel right now. What about Olivia and Satine? What are you guys?
Mine is where did it go? Manifesting generator.
Okay, great. So I'll talk about the types in a second. Let's just go quick through the most important part, which is this strategy and authority. So here one of my friends is a manifesting generator. So her strategy is to respond, and her authority is her solar plexus. What's your authority, Olivia?
Solar plexus emotional.
Okay, great. So I'm solar plexus emotional too. And so in life, none of these things are telling you to live from the mind. Okay? We're never supposed to make decisions in our life based on our thoughts. Okay? So it's either the lunar cycle for yays, or emotional for us, or there's sacral, which is gut. Okay, Luke is sacral. So for solar plexus, we are meant to go through like a whole emotional cycle before we make any decisions, before we say yes to the job, before we get the puppy, before we do anything. We're supposed to go up, we're supposed to go down, and then we're supposed to see where, after having that full emotional cycle, what we should make a decision for. And then if we have to make decisions in the moment, you can bring up the choice and the thing that you're trying to do, and then check in and be like, okay, how do I feel? How do I feel in my body about this thing? Okay, so it's like maybe going on Kristen's Discord as one of the girls in the chat, and you're like, okay, how do I feel? And it's like, oh, do I feel like nervous, open, excited, or do I feel nervous, closed, like frustrated, you know? And so like if it's like an opening, even though you have the nerves, and like an expansion feeling, that's probably a yes. If it's like a absolutely no, I'm gonna like that feels like really bad, then that's a no. So checking in with your body. And then people that have sacral, like Luke is also sacral, and this is Shane as well. If you guys have a sacral authority, then it's important that you your gut instinct, okay? So there's a split second. It's very quick, and that's why learning about yourself, hi Mads, learning about yourself with this topic is so important, because as you get into this, you're going to learn to hone that sacral decision making. And so when you have a new input coming in and you're a sacral center, and then you're like, oh, yes, that's a yes. Go with the yes. Things are going to be easier. They're going to be more fun. They're going to be in the flow. If you hear a yes and you ignore it and you say no, then it is kind of out of flow. So it's important. And then to respond is take in the whole world. If you guys have the strategy to be to respond to things, I'm going to read the different types in a second about projector, generator, and manifesting generator and manifester. But if you have the strategy to respond, it's really important for you to observe the world and then respond to it. Don't like see what comes in and then respond. Oh, Croa, we've got 2 reflectors in here. Cool. I just talked about reflectors a second ago. A manifester. Yay, Satine. So again, to respond is really important in life. Don't make decisions off of your brain. Don't try to make things happen with your mind. Get into a good place in your energy, and then make things happen by responding to things that are coming into the world. And we're gonna get more into depth on those things now. And if you guys want it, it's free to make, but this website's gonna try to get you to pay to learn more information. But here's what I do is I just go here, like here, I'll go to mine because I know more about it. So I'm a martyr heretic. So I'm a 3-5 profile. And so you just take that martyr heretic 3-5 and you just paste it in Google. And then there's going to be so many different articles that explain this at a level of understanding. So I don't have enough hours today to go through everyone's charts. So it's going to be really important that you guys look up to this yourself. And so the interesting thing with martyr heretic, actually, and I can explain this for people if they are this, because I know it because it's mine. But the martyr heretic is you're like literally meant to go out into the world and experience everything. Like you're meant to go out and experience the good and the bad. And then the heretic profile is all about telling everyone about it. So it's like literally the profile of going out into the world, having really great positive experiences, trying everything, and also having really negative experiences. And then coming back to the stream and saying, guys, I went out, I learned all these things. Here's what I know, here's what I learned, and sharing it with you guys. So kind of interesting that I do that for a living. All right. And then the incarnation cross is interesting too. So this is meant to be kind of like the deep theme of your life. And you can copy paste and Google that too. So wait, contagion. What is mine? 8, 14, 14, 8. 29, 30, 29. Okay, so mine carries the energy of desire and to experience what you desire. You are the one who tries new things out. It is your impulse. The rest of us benefit by the results of your experience for good or bad. And you also carry the energy that wants to say yes. You may need to manage this tendency or you will be overwhelmed by your commitments. So this is a big tendency of mine, and I can say that it is a lot. So I don't know, what are your guys's crosses? You can paste those in chat too. Investigator, martyr. So all these things I would suggest Googling. I'm gonna go through the types now because that's like the big kind of important part that I skipped over. This is called human design. Okay, Croa, because you pasted it really quick, I'll do yours really quick. Where was I? Right angle cross of the Sphinx, 1, 2, 13, 7. Okay. You are here to be intuitive about the past. You are here to provide guidance in reconciling the past by assimilating history to draw out the nugget of advice from what has already occurred. Yeah. Ooh, role model hermit. So the interesting thing about so like based if the numbers are 3 5, like if the number is smaller and then bigger, like mine is 3 5, it means that my life is more, I think, wait, I'm gonna have to confirm this, but one of them means that my life is more dedicated to the community and the other is more dedicated to my own life. Okay, left angle cross of limitation. Wait, who is this? Is Silent. This is yours. And I'll put this website on the chat. Here, they have a bunch of incarnation crosses at this website if you want to look up yours. Okay, you're here to impose limitations on others. The limitation may come out abruptly, such as you can't do this or you can't continue with that. But the limitation is important. It is what saves us from endlessly wandering without structure. It helps provide clarity as we can focus within the boundaries of the limits. It can be safety orientated, like you can't go outside at night, but its abruptness comes from lack of explanation. Your tendency will be to put limits out there and not include the reason for doing so. This won't always be so popular, so strive to explain yourself. I don't know you, Silent, but that's cool that you protect and allow people out there. You just gotta learn to tell people why. Okay, Satine, where are you? Circle of Wishes, or left angle cross of wishes. Your cross has the energy to provide leadership for change in the law and the way things operate. This is always going to create tension as there will be those who wish for things to stay the same and those wishing for change. This cross is about wishing and hoping for a better future. Well, you were just talking about this. You're here to make that wish for the future and provide some leadership to make it happen.
So cool.
Put that in your bio for your, what's it called? For your life coaching. But like, I'm fucking here as a left angle cross of wishes to help out the community this way. Okay, Vic, I'll read yours and then we'll get into types. I would rather get hit than let them get hit. Wow, Silent. I mean, I think that's a positive thing, but it's not if it is hurting you. Okay, let's see. Left angle cross of alignment. You carry the energy to handle the unexpected in amazingly smooth ways. Due to the geometry of how energy works, you attract unexpected things into your life. Your purpose is to move around or through these for yourself and for others, and you would be good on the front lines. Whether it be military, firefighter, EMT, or teacher, or any career where balancing the unexpected and moving smoothly is crucial. Cool. I know, Krenak. From Fortnite to human design. Hey, hey. Okay, let's talk about the types. So in chat, we've got a reflector. We talked a little bit about that, but those yays. Olivia, you were a manifesting generator? And Satine was manifesting generator? Or you both are?
Just manifester.
You're
it doesn't say generator.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the different types. Okay. Manifesting generator. Okay. Okay, generators. All right, let's start with generators. Who in here is a generator? 60% of the population are generators. But I think that's changed. Oh, the temp! 8 years together. Oh my God, thank you so much. How are you? How are you? Snorri, Silent, and Carolina are generators. Okay. Generators are so important. Wait, did you... Vic, you're 10 years in the Marine Corps? What? And this literally said that's where you would be good? What a trip. Okay. All right. Well. All right. Okay, human design. I see you. All right. So human design for generators. So generators are designed to build. Okay. And if you're a manifesting generator, this applies to you kind of. So this type is known to be energetic and eager to respond to problems and challenges, defined by your strategy and authority. So whether you're waiting for the invitation like me or responding with your emotions, okay? That's very important. You have a consistent source of energy located in your sacral, so there's a very low risk of burning out as a generator. Congratulations, okay? So they make up about 37% of the population destined to build. They account for the majority, and you hold a critical role in society. Without generators, there would be no making and no doing. This type is known to be energetic and eager to respond to problems and challenges as defined by your strategy. I know, Spicoli, that's how I feel too. I'm a projector. We're going to get to projectors and then you'll understand why I stream for 2 weeks and then give up. But here we are. Okay. They have a consistent energy source located in their sacral, so there's little chance for burnout. So as a generator, you may feel inclined to hop headfirst into a new project or commitment. However, you may find yourself later bored or frustrated. So to conserve your energy and avoid your frustration, express extreme caution about what you say yes to and allow time for before making the decision. So when you have things come into your life, take time, whether you have a sacral energy authority or a solar plexus, whatever your authority is, take the time that you need to feel or gut instincts to conserve your energy or to have caution what you say yes to. Don't say yes to everything, even though you have the ability to. So these strategies will allow you to feel satisfied in life. So when you learn to listen to your body, you'll find your signature theme, satisfaction and purpose in life. Let me try and find a generator. Oh, here's a generator. Okay, great. So generators, this not self theme, if you're a generator, so if you're not living in your flow, you're going to feel really frustrated. That's like your typical, that's your go-to feeling. So anytime you're feeling frustrated, it's really great. It's a good thing because then you know that you're just out of sync with your design. And that now you can shift into your proper design by responding to the world and using your emotional guidance system or your gut instinct. Oh my God, we haven't even gotten into the definition, but you'll know when you're in the flow as a generator, you'll feel really satisfied with the work you're doing and how your life is going. Okay. Manifesting generators. That was you, Olivia, or Satine? Which one?
That was me.
Okay. Manifesting generators. This type holds both a manifester and a generator's characteristics. You find joy in trying new things and squeezing the most out of life, and you're notorious for finding shortcuts for mastery. So you make up about 33% of the population, and this type is different because it holds both manifester and generator characteristics. So not only do you find joy in trying new things and squeezing the most out of life, you can also like make it good and build and do things like that. So you can work hard like a generator with your energy stemming from the sacral, but you have the power to speak things into existence too, like a manifester. So you may be a manifesting generator if you experience bursts of energy with a need to recharge, or if you feel strongly about whether something is for you or not. You should know immediately if you're on the right track. So you need to be aware what you respond to, ensure you are informing others before you act. Satisfaction will come when you learn to conserve energy by acting and responding with caution and intention. So the cool thing, if you guys are a generator, the really cool thing for you is like, you're kind of meant to find something that you really love to do and can dive into and work on all day and like exhaust yourself that night, because the next morning after you sleep, you're going to have energy to do it again. And so it's almost like, it's like kind of in your nature to just like be in the thing that you love to do. Silent, thanks for the follow. And then use up your whole battery. Like you have the capacity to do that every day, which is nice. Okay, manifestors. Satine, were you a manifester? What were you?
Yes.
Manifestors.
Manifester.
Okay. Trailblazers of the world. Manifestors are happiest when they're on their own, solving problems and making a difference. They thrive from the energy of other types and find balance from their support. 10% of the population known as the trailblazers. Your energy is one of the strongest types, which means that you often speak things into existence. To find alignment, you must use your strategy of informing before acting. Informing others before acting gives advance to those around them to charge full force ahead without any obstacles or stepping on toes. Don't mistake their need to inform with asking for permission. Manifestors are determined in their endeavors and move forward without question. So for manifestors, let me find a manifestor on my page. Manifesting generator. Oops. Didn't mean to click that. Do I have any manifestors? Projector, generator. Oh my god, I have so many. I don't know if I have a manifestor on here. As an example. Okay. So unique. Okay. So if you're not living in your sign, you're gonna feel anger. So if anyone is a manifestor here, you're gonna notice that you're not in flow if you're feeling angry. And then what do you feel? You feel at peace? Oh, once you learn how to communicate effectively and start to inform yourselves and others of your intentions, you can begin to feel peace and move forward in true alignment. Communication will help to alleviate the feelings of control and will allow you to experience your signature genuine peace. Wow, that's cool. As a reflector, is it normal none of the shapes are colored in? Yes, it is normal. None of the shapes are colored in. I'm going to go into the shapes really quick, and then after I'm done reading the types, and then we'll be done with human design. So like 5 more minutes if anyone's getting bored. Sorry. I find this stuff so interesting. I love teaching it because it's made such a huge impact on my life. But and if you guys are just joining, you can get your own chart. Oops, at mybodygraph.com. mybodygraph.com. And then I just suggest searching up these different things. Okay, projectors. That's me. And anyone else in chat? I think there's a couple. Projectors have an engaging and complex depth to their spirit. Unlike manifestors and generators, projectors must use their energy wisely to live in alignment. Without careful use of their energy, we risk burning out. Okay. Characteristics include feeling like we don't have a calling and the desire to be and the desire to be recognized for their skill. However, projectors have skills that are highly sought after by others, which makes them excellent leaders. And when we learn to wait for the invitation, we can invite fulfillment into our lives. So that's the thing. That's the annoying thing about the projector. Like, everyone else gets to respond to life. I have to actually wait for an invitation, and it's so crazy how real this is, whether it's different job opportunities or finding a new house or all these different things. Like, I get invited in to my flow. Who else in here was a projector? Yuri made it to the stream. Okay, with the lack of consistent energy, this type must become a master at productivity and act as a guide for others to do the same. When projectors wait for the invitation, they can provide the necessary guidance that fulfills both themselves and others. If we fail to wait for the invitation, we feel unappreciated or experience bitterness that can prevent us from living happily. Even more so, accepting the right invitations becomes a crucial skill. And when we are in flow, success is the signature, making us feel very special. Find joy in your work and you will find success. Reflectors, rarest design, very attuned to the world around them. Yaze, would you say you're attuned to the world around you?
I don't know really.
Becoming tuned. Quickly pick up on the quality of energy they come in contact with daily. So you're the rarest of the all, and you quickly pick up the energy. Okay, so have you ever been around someone who instantly knows whether the environment is safe or it's time to head out? This is a representative of reflectors. They're sensitive to energy, and if they aren't careful, you can absorb negative energy. Reflectors do what their name type suggests, absorb the energy around them and reflect it to the world. So people you come in contact will pick up the energy you reflect and vice versa. They stand out because of their connection to the lunar cycle. You rely heavily on the moon cycle and the energies that it brings. For a reflector to live in alignment, they must wait out a lunar cycle. If you're a reflector, you can avoid disappointment by revolving your energy around the moon. Once a reflector can learn to live by the moon cycle, you can experience real interest in the world and surprise yourself with what's around them. Surprise is the signature of a reflector. Okay. You're February 15th? Oh, cool. We're so close. Okay. So real quick, I'm almost done and then we can get into some of the other topics. And if you guys are a girl in the chat right now and you want to join the 4 of us, there's a Discord link. Feel free to join and we're going to talk about different topics. Okay. So all of these little bubbles you see here, yes? Okay. And then all of these gates, the red channels mean unconscious. So this is an unconscious skill that you have that you use in your life. Okay, the black is a conscious skill that you have in your life that you use. And if it's connected between 2 channels, that's a channel. Otherwise, it's called a gate. So for any of these colors, any of these numbers, you can Google like gate 30 human design or gate 52 human design or channel like this. I have a channel here. So the channel of structuring here, and then you can learn more about it because this will go forever if I do everyone's gates. But for the different centers, this is important. So as a reflector, you saw that none of these were colored in. And what that means is they're more open for energy coming in and affecting them. Okay, so if you have something colored in, you're less likely to have others' energy affects you there. Okay, so like I did Peta's. Wait, where is he? Look at Peta's chart. He's so unlikely to have anyone fucking affect him. But here, he feels like he has something to prove. Okay, so I'm gonna get into what happens if you have an undefined chart. So the most important thing to look at are the white ones that you have. I'm gonna use reflectors as an example. Yeah, like this, right? Okay, so if you have a white sacral center, you have a tendency to always feel like you're in the hurry or under pressure. And so you can ask yourself, am I in a hurry to get things done so I can be free of the pressure? And so for all of these, there's mantras and you can Google it if you feel like this is something you struggle with, where it's like, I'm exactly where I need to be. Like, I'm exactly where I need to be. I'm on time, like, etc. So that's important if you have that open center to have mantras that are set aside that can help you, or just checking in with some self-awareness to see if that is something that's causing you anything. Okay, so if you have an open solar plexus, you have a tendency to avoid confrontation and truth. So checking in with yourself, am I avoiding confrontation and truth? If your sacral center is open, not knowing when enough is enough. So do I know when enough is enough? Checking in with yourself. Spleen, holding on to what isn't good for you. So if this is open, you have a tendency to hold on to things that aren't good for you. Check in on that. Heart center. This is one of the biggest things for me. My heart center is open. So feeling unworthy and undervalued. You just gotta ignore it, Zeta. Sorry. If people troll in here, just ignore it. I'll get to it, but we just ignore them. People be trolling. Okay. So like one of my best mantras in my life, because I have this open heart center, is I have nothing to prove. I have nothing to prove. And so when I walk in a room, I don't let my mask go ahead of me with proving something. I show up as I am with nothing to prove, and that changed my entire life. Okay. If you have your heart or your G center's open, you're fixated on finding love and direction. So checking in, am I focusing too much on love? Am I focusing too much on finding a purpose, etc.? If your throat center is open, you have a tendency to try to attract attention. So I have a lot of friends who have open throat centers, and it's so funny. They all have this same quality to them that I noticed. And I'm like, what are they doing? They're like, it's so interesting. I can tell. I'm like looking at them. I'm like, huh. Ajna center. This is like in your head. Pretending to be certain. So am I trying to convince everyone else that I'm certain? If you have this open, that's going to be a tendency. And then head center. This is a big one for me. Thinking about things that don't matter. Oh my God. I come up with so many ideas all the time that I want to build that I don't have the energy to do. And so like this open head center, holy crap, this can be such a huge killer. So anyone here right now, first of all, anyone here that has that like open heart, I fucking love you. You have nothing to prove. Like, learn how beautiful and amazing you are. And if anyone in here fucking thinks about shit the way that open head centers do, is crazy. Crazy. So yeah, and then let me just do a good example of for you guys how to Google the charts. So, hi Luke. How are you? Channel 30-41. So, channel 30-41 human design. Okay. Was that what it was called? Recognition? Okay. So you can Google it. I don't even think this will work here, but you can Google it and then you click it. Let me find my favorite. Hang on. I have a favorite website that talks about them. Which one is it? Oh, whoa, they expanded this. Okay. The Jovian? No. Panel of recognition. Oh, cool. Okay. That means someone has just done all the Pinterest for these. That's great. I'll take that. Thank you, Human Design Mentor, for building this for me. Okay, so you can search your channel. And like for this one, it's that bottom line, remember? You are a natural dreamer with a great imagination and endless desire to take in all life has to offer. You may tend to feel restless for new experiences to learn from. Enjoy your daydreaming, but don't feel the need to go after all of the experience you desire. Trust your strategy and authority when it comes to which dreams are yours to pursue. It is also important to not set expectations for exactly how your dreams will manifest. Ride out your emotional wave before making commitments, so you're coming at these decisions from a sense of clarity and not pressured to simply try or feel something new. Hi, where's my hempwick? Welcome. We just did a whole stream teaching about human design, which is this thing. And now we can get into ladies' night. Sorry, guys. I got so hold in this. I just find it so interesting. I really like it. I don't know why I broke mine. What's your sun and moon sign? Oh, I mean, that's a whole other topic. This applies a lot of that too. If you guys are more interested in human design, I highly encourage you to go to your graph and just Google different aspects of it. Jenna Zoe also does some cool my human design. 1 second. Hers gives you a little bit more information, but it's going to get you to pay for things. So again, I just encourage you to go and look at other like free resources first, because honestly, like learning how to live with the invitation and like learning what my tendencies are and like having more trust in the flow of things has like affected my life so freaking much. So yeah, I'm looking, if this can help anyone, I really hope it does. So yeah, there you guys go. My Discord ladies, how are you? Did you learn anything?
Yes, that was awesome. Thank you. I've heard about it before, but I didn't know that much in depth. So that was awesome.
Yeah, so Tina, if you're getting into life coaching, I think this, like all of my friends that are like top tier life coaches, like they charge a shit ton of money, like 5 figures, 6 figures.
Yeah.
They do a human design reading at the beginning of their what's it called?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, and just to kind of like expose them to new like learn how to do that. And you could like there's different little mini courses you can take and stuff online, and then like leading through that, because it's really interesting. If you go really deep on this and you study like famous people and like really like people who are like genius, like level success and things like that, they have really interesting channels and the combining channels, and the way that if you work with like those like superpowers and those gates and those channels, and like find a role that like is enhanced by them, like it's really helpful for finding your purpose in life too. So if
Awesome.
you're struggling with that, not you, but you know, anyone in chat. So before getting into, or I guess we can get into it now, chat, do you have any topics that we should talk about, the four of us, or ladies, do you have any topics you guys would like to talk about or cover today?
Not really. I guess I didn't get a chance to talk about the moon.
Yeah.
My cycle is definitely in sync with the moon. And you were talking about it earlier with everyone.
Yes, mine too. So are you
Yeah.
on your moon now, or are you ovulating now?
I'm ovulating now.
Yes.
So at the full moon is when, like a couple of days before or after, is when my cycle, the menstruation is.
I love that. I'm opposite you right now.
Oh, okay.
My new moon, I'm about to get my period, like I think tomorrow or the next day, and then I'm ovulating with the full moon, and I just find it so interesting because I've had it switch a couple times. Like I mean,
Yes, me too.
yeah, and I'll be like late for 2 weeks for it to switch itself, which is crazy. But like when I'm ovulating and there's a full moon, I am like the most manic, like horny person ever. Like I'm like, like I feel like a werewolf character or something, like running through the streets, like wanting to just meet people and talk to people and just like be around everyone and everything. And then when I have my moon during the new moon, where it's like kind of more of this like lower energy, and I'm also like having lower hormones, I'm like, oh, like the low feels so much lower. So I actually prefer when I'm on my moon during the full moon and I'm ovulating during the new moon, because that way I feel like the energy of the moon and the energy of my cycle kind of balance each other a little bit, if that makes sense, rather than compounding. Yeah.
Yeah, I like my cycle, how it is right now.
Yeah, that's nice. You probably don't feel as big of like swing from one to
No,
the
because the
other.
swing's going to happen anyway around menstruation, you know, the moodiness and
Yeah.
cravings and all that.
Luteal. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was talking to my chat. I was saying that I might just not stream that week. I guess I have now because I'm supposed to get my period on Monday. But I wasn't gonna stream this week because I was in that like grouchy mood. Like I like would take a selfie and I'd look at it and I'm like, I'm so ugly. And like I just wanted to like wrap myself in a burrito and just not do anything or go anywhere or talk to anyone. Like I just become the quietest person in the room for that whole week. Like it's just incredible how much it affects me. So, but I still streamed. Pretty good week too. But
Yeah.
I don't know, how do you, and this goes for the other girls too, like when you guys are the week before your period, what are things that you do that can kind of like boost you up a little bit, or maybe it's just like fully letting yourself relax and chill? Like what helps you the most during your cycle?
For me, I find like making sure, because like I'm a mom too, making sure I've got like meals prepped or, you know, getting all the laundry and stuff done. Because I know like when I get mine, like my cramping and stuff gets really bad and it can be really painful and debilitating. So I'd make sure that I have as much done in advance so that I can do the minimal and just take some me time.
Wow. Oh my God. See, I'm just trying to navigate just my own responsibility of my own person. I can't imagine the responsibility of a child or children on top of that. But
Exactly.
wow, Olivia. Snaps for Olivia.
Superwoman.
Superwoman. I know. And every woman on the planet has this. Like, oh my God, it's just wild. Like this kind of like, this topic gets me quite like, I get really, maybe excited's the wrong word, but I get really passionate around the idea that like women need so much more support than we're receiving, and like so much more energy, and like being a mom is a job. Like raising good kids is important to this entire planet. And so like why don't moms receive more like help from the government, like money, like I don't know, friend support, everything. Like I feel like it's quite isolating, especially in North America, to be like a mom. So
I feel like in Canada we are really lucky because as moms we do get child tax from the government depending on your income. As far as I know, most other countries don't get anything like that, but I feel like there's still such a taboo subject around it. And in the workplace, it can be really hard, you know, your employer trying to understand why there's a week where you're just completely out of sorts. So I feel like in the workplace, it needs to be recognized a little more.
So my solution to that is more women need to be bosses. You know, like this is just the growing pain of us switching out of like a dominator culture into like a more balanced one, and having more women start companies and having more women understand this cycle and create new like business strategies that like allow for that week, you know, like for me, where in the past I would stream 3 weeks a month and I'd travel during that phase. I just chose to like leave work altogether and be moody like in another country, but like that to me was my way of like honoring that. So any way that we can in our own structures and in society find that kind of flow and that balance, and like maybe it is doubling up, you know, that 1 week where you're feeling like super fucking in flow, you know, you get 10 times more done in the hour, because it's like, just as we talk about like the negative sides of like the lunar or the moon cycle, like there's so much goodness too. Like I would assume that like the low is made up with a high. Like that's why, you know, women were hired to be like the computers for space operations and things like that. Like we have a little superpower mixed in too. No, we're talking about our periods and the support for women. But I do agree, Canada does have a lot more support than a lot of other countries. Boy, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Welcome. Modern religion smudged femininity out of existence for a while. It's a slow climb back to the balance of duality. It's a slow climb, but like women couldn't vote. Was it 100 years ago now, or a little bit less than that, more than that? But like women, only the last century have women been able to vote. Like I was just in a country, I was in Egypt though. That was so interesting seeing like how their roles are so different compared to like North America, where we are actually seeing eye to eye a little bit closer. And then you go to a country like that where like you don't even see women out on the streets. Like it's all men. Like the women are at home cooking and taking care of kids or working. So that was kind of crazy. So as a mom, Olivia, what do you think that a country or government or entity do in order to support like mothers more, like beyond just like maybe having that week where you're allowed to not be at work or have a different work style? Like what do you think could help?
Well, I'm pretty fortunate right now. I do work from home. I'm my own boss, so I have that luxury. But before, like I worked in healthcare, and you know, my daughter has a lot of behavioral issues specifically. So constantly having to leave work to go get her from school and then being penalized for it, you know, or like during the pandemic when it first started, having schools closed and every parent scrambling for daycare and not being able to go to work because they don't have anyone to watch their kids. And a lot of employers aren't lenient when it comes to that, which I can understand if it's a constant problem. You know, you do need to have some kind of system in place. But for occasional times, you know, getting written up because you had to leave work early to go get your child from school because they were hurt or sick or something happened is just, it's not the best.
Yeah. Interesting. I kind of like, I mean, my vision for the future is like more community living. Like, I think the nuclear family was just like this ploy to sell more homes and more mortgages to families. But like, I really admire and love like the multi-family homes that's more common in like the Middle East or Arabic cultures, where it's like you have kind of everyone in the house. And so you have the grandmas and you can have some aunts and you have the kids, and so everyone is kind of more involved in this unit. And then I love the idea of communes and different things like that, where it's like getting more people involved. Like you are with like a group of, and more like tribal almost, where it's like there's a group of mothers and like they share the responsibilities of the kids. Like of course you still have your own kids, but like you can care for more kids at once. So it's less of this like you're just on your own all the time, but there's a sharing of responsibilities. So like if I ever have kids, I would really love to have cultivated by that point some sense of like community or like closer tribe-like situation, so I felt more support. Because I think just going at it alone, or like, yeah, people that don't have like active grandparents and like things like that helping them, I think is really difficult.
It does. It can be super difficult. I have friends in situations like that. You know, they always say it takes a village to raise a child, and it's literally true. It takes a village, and people need to work together.
Yes. So like, how do we create like more of those villages? I don't know. Like, how do we design communities and systems better so there's more of that? One, trust, I think, is like the biggest thing to get over, and trust and understanding of like the concept, and then yeah, implementation. But I think about that a lot, especially now that I've turned 30 and I'm probably gonna want to have kids in the next 10 years. So yeah, but I want a freaking like, you know, 1,000-person tribe, like raising a bunch of kids and like barefoot in the jungle somewhere in Costa Rica. Like that's where I'll probably end up, but we'll see. There's a book called Tribes. No, I haven't read it. Living in Mount Pleasant in Vancouver, the community is very important. I've never been to Mount Pleasant in Vancouver. Hi, Big Ray. In your country, you'd be in a lot of trouble for what, Boyd? Are there any topics that you guys want us to cover in chat? I think I had some ideas this morning, but they're like absolutely leaving my brain. Oh my god, my cat is so cute. He's looking over my computer right now. I want to see him. Peta! Is this the fun room? So cute. Thanks, Spicoli. I'll look into this. Homecoming and belonging. Yeah, I would like to see like modern tribes. Like, I don't know. That's why I think, I mean, you guys have heard me go on about like DAOs and how I believe kind of DAOs can solve for this like modern tribalism community instead of incentivizing. So, you read about women in art history? Like, when... What are you doing? Where are you? Just hitting my computer. Women in art history, like Leonore, Finney, Camille, Claudel, Frida, you'll see how they are more powerful and talented than men artists. Well, you know, I think everyone is talented. I think we need to be careful when we say more powerful and talented. But I think people are very talented. And it's crazy to think that, like, how incredible and special and smart, like, so many women are. And how many millions of women were killed because they were smart and powerful to like in the Inquisition and things like that. Like, yeah, we have a lot of like the most intelligent, like strong, powerful female genetics were killed. So yeah, we have to come back. We're coming back, guys. Mm-hmm. Yuri, do you have any topics? Luke? Do you have a topic for Ladies' Night? Yeah. From what? Talk about cosmetics? Hey, that's like that. I know you just came from the Ulta event, but that's like the most. That is the most stereotypical thing you could have said. But maybe because it's stereotypical, it's important for us to talk about. Okay. Luke just came back from the event. He got me a bunch of free product. I think I mentioned that. But I I have a question. What are your guys' beauty routines? Are they simple? And what do you think of the beauty industry in general? Anyone can go and tell me about your beauty routine.
Oh, right now it's very minimal because like I've been working from home too, so it's nice because I don't wear makeup every day like I used to when I went into work, and so I've been saving more money and letting my skin breathe and just using the moisturizers and serums for all day instead of having to put on makeup or putting on makeup. So yeah, it's been nice.
I think it's so amazing that these brands are waking up and they're making their products like healthier. And so that like I remember when I used to wear MAC foundation all the time, and like my skin was used to break out like crazy, and so you'd have to counteract like the like pore clogging of the makeup with the like power fighting of like the soaps or whatever you were using. And so it's like great now that there's like the BB cream. I think was one of the first things that. Oh my god, my cat, PETA! Hey, what are you doing? He's just literally attacking the cords in the back of my monitor.
So cute.
Okay, but he's so cute. It's like I want to let him. But like yeah, the BB cream where it's like, oh, this is like, or a tinted moisturizer and things like that is nice. But
they finally have clean makeup now.
Yeah, and that's like vegan and cruelty free.
Yeah.
I like that. What about you, Olivia and Yace? Do you guys have a beauty routine?
Mine's about the same as Satine now that, you're working from home, just the bare necessities. But that was the same before, putting on makeup every day for work and then my face breaking out, and it's expensive too. It all adds up.
Okay, I just had brought this up with Luke. It's like, what women earn less than men. Women hold less of the, like, if we have the same job, we earn less. And then women have less of the high paying jobs. They have less of the generational wealth. We have less of all these things. But how much it costs to be a woman at a level that is like the society's desired level, with like nails, hair, makeup, clothes, waxing, like all the different things that can go in, like skincare, hair care, like all the different things that go into it. Like the cost per month, like Botox, filler, there's so many things I can think of. Plastic, any type of plastic surgery, like any type of like wanting to like meet society's standard. It's so fucking expensive, and women are already earning less. And so when I think about if the women that are spending thousands of dollars like a month, which it can get to, on all these things, if they were instead investing it, which is like what the male counterparts are doing, like I'm just at a loss of words. I'm like, and then the men that are earning well, that like that are attractive, that the women want to get with, like kind of like a lot of them expect this like degree of care and like makeup and hair, and it just blows my mind. So I'm kind of wondering like at what point does it like the guy get to pay for that, because a lot of it's like for their enjoyment.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, but on the flip side, I love being female and a woman, and I love putting on makeup and lashes and doing my hair and everything, and like I love pampering myself and going and getting pedicure and all the stuff. And I'm glad that, I don't know, I just love being a woman. So
yeah, I love
at the same time too. So kind of treating myself and doing it for myself as well.
Yeah. I like after I get massages or like my nails done and things like that, or even just like spending some time like putting on makeup, like today, like doing something different, or my hair, like it's like a total meditation for me. And I feel like it puts me in this brain state, because not only am I doing something that's like kind of creative, but I'm also doing something like for myself, and then I have the joy of how it looks after, and so like having this combination just like makes me feel like I just get the best creative ideas afterwards. Like it puts me in whatever that brain state is that like accesses more divine intelligence, if you will. So I think anytime that we do these things about our like for ourselves is really important. And when I say that it's expensive, I don't want to like criticize people for doing it, because it is fun. And on the flip of that, like how grateful am I to be a woman where it's socially acceptable for me to play with makeup and play with colorful clothes and play like in all the ways that we can with our like image. And there's still like a long way to go for guys to be able to do the same. So in a way, it's
gonna say I wish guys could go pamper themselves more.
I think that's changing, you know, like when I see a lot of like Gen Z and like a lot of their TikToks and stuff on, like it might just be my odd, like
guys are getting pedicures and manicures now. It's so awesome.
Guys getting mani-pedis, guys wearing like cool like skirts, guys having makeup, guys growing their hair long and doing fun styles and things like that. Like I think that, I mean, as like walls of gender kind of start to come down and let people experience both is so important if they desire.
I think there's also a huge difference when it comes to like our self-image and stuff when we're doing it for ourselves, but you know, because we're going out, so it's kind of for other people, versus doing it just like at home or for yourself just because you want to.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Huge difference. I go through these phases and this includes like me shaving too, where I'm like, oh, like I'm doing these things for other people. Rah, like I don't want to do anything for other people. I want to just like live for myself and not live for this image that I'm conveying. And then like I stopped shaving for a while, I stopped getting my nails done. Like I don't do makeup as often. Like my clothes will be nice, but not like super cute. And then I'll come back and be like, okay, I'm going to do this for myself. And then I start doing all these things again because it makes me feel nice and pretty and quote unquote clean. You know, even though I know that's like I've been programmed that way with some of the clean things like shaving and whatnot, but like, yeah, it's like, and then I come in and I'm like, oh wait, I've stopped doing it for myself. Now I realize I'm doing it for Instagram and society and stream, and I'm like, So I think it's just cycles. Yeah, I'm sure like when I'm like 69, I'll have like nailed down like my unique style and my unique way of being, and it'll be like so in tune with my own expression. But like now, especially at 30, and it's important to reflect, and when I see myself like at 21, like how I was versus now, and like I've shed so much of like society's like impact on my look and the trendy look, etc., but there's still a ways to go. And so like I love the pleasure of like releasing some of these layers and then unearthing like, what is my unique style? Like, what's my unique art? What's my unique way of moving and singing and dancing? Like, at what point do you let go of like the crutch of trend or like sexiness or whatever it is, and then like kind of become more of like your own authentic expressions? Interesting. That baby, thank you so much for the sub.
Exactly. I've been shy most of my life and kind of like regrets not expressing myself more, and so that's why I'm inspired by you, Kitty. Like I've been watching your streams because you're so good at expressing yourself, and you've come out of your, I don't know, you blew more like the lotus blew more, and it's so inspiring to see. And just to think like I'm glad to see that the younger generation is, I mean, some people are expressing themselves for the wrong reasons, but I think when you're young, you know, in the 20s, you don't realize like that, you know, you're mortal and life is changing drastically. And, you know, 20 years, you know, when you're 20 years go by, you'll be 40 and you won't have the youth that you had in your 20s. So yeah, I would say definitely express yourself in the 20s, you know, do it for yourself, not for other reasons, but enjoy your youth. And, you know, if you want to feel beautiful, if you want to take beautiful pictures, do it while you can, you know, because your skin's not going to be the same, your hair's not going to be the same forever. Yeah, everyone's going to age. Well, now with new technology, with you know, anti-aging movement, who knows? There's a lot there. So, but really don't take it for granted. Enjoy it while you have it, because your
Yeah.
body's going to change.
I had
Get
this.
out of your
100%.
shell. If you're a shy one, don't be like me where you close yourself off and we're shy. Just like, express yourself.
Yeah. I love that. What a nice everything
That's a
you
new
said.
moon manifestation.
Yeah. We could all add that more. Like, I just love like authentic embodiment as like the word, where it's like I'm fully embodied, like in my body, in my life, in my actions, and I'm authentic. So it's coming from like my own, and then like you can be playful with that, and it can always change, and you can try out new things and test new things, and just like oop, eep, oop, oop, oop. Oh, I want to be like purple today, and then I want to be upside down tomorrow, and it like you can just do all of it. But I had in my deep meditation the other day, actually, because I kind of resented like my expression for a while, and like my sexuality and my beauty and all these things, where it's like for so long it was like, oh, you're only this way because you're only successful because of this, you're only like, people only look at you because of this, like, and I know the truth, I know how hard I worked, I know all the other things that go into the different things that I do that bring success. But there was a part of me who was like, oh, well, I want to try like what it's like to try and succeed without like my youth and my beauty. And so like I wasn't posting as often, I wasn't using that as often, I wasn't dressing as nice. And then I got into like the eco shaming part of it, where I wasn't buying as many clothes, like I was just like living off, like I would never buy new shoes, like it was all these like weird things that started impacting me in the way that I expressed. And I had this thing in meditation where it's like, Kristen, oh my God, this is your body. This is your set of tools. Like there's going to be plenty of experiences that you have that you don't have this specific avatar, and so use it, enjoy it. Like not using every tool that you have at your disposal to like express yourself and live and enjoy and find success in life is like a form of self-harm. And so I think it's so important for us to like really find what our unique, authentic embodiment is, and then like turn that dial up and like be playful. And like it's just such a pleasure that we live in a time where we have things to express ourselves, like makeup and hair and clothes, and platforms to do it on, or just going to the grocery store, or on your work from home meeting with your boss or whatever.
Yeah, and if people can keep in mind, like, just think to yourself right now, like, 10 years from now, you'll be older than you are at your age right now. Like, say you're 25, 10 years from now, you'll be 35, and you'll look back and be like, oh, when I was 25, like, man, I could have done this, I could have done that. Like, if you think about that way right now, you can learn to start to live life with less regrets, I guess. Especially when you're in your 20s, like if you can, definitely travel and see the world and express yourself, like, because 10 years from now you might have a family, you might not be able to travel as much, who knows what kind of job you'll be in, if you have that freedom now. Like if your life is kind of messy or whatever in your 20s, it's supposed to be, you're supposed to figure it out and kind of go with the flow. And yeah, just keep that in mind. Like, I think it starts with mindfulness too. Like, if everyone's having trouble kind of getting centered and grounded, definitely connecting with yourself and connecting with nature is definitely a starting point. And journaling, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I heard you talk about journaling earlier. It's so good for everyone, I believe.
Yeah, I think it just nurtures your spirit and your connection to yourself. And when your handwriting, it's like slow enough that you can keep up with your thoughts. Are you okay?
Oh
What?
no, Luke.
Do I have Pop Rocks? What? You're eating
Maybe
Pop Rocks? No. Why would I have Pop Rocks? Oh no, I don't have cough drops. Eat some honey. Pop Rocks. I hope we didn't bring COVID back for San Antonio. Hi Jaker. Hi Minnie. Welcome. Hi Pandora's. Yeah, I totally. Oh, I think I was saying something. Hi, Caitlin. Welcome back. I totally agree with that. And I think meditation and journaling is so important because it allows you to kind of like, how I look at it is it's just allowed me to shed so much that's not mine. You know, whether it's like a perspective or a desire or a goal or whatever it is. And it's like, it's removed all the layers that were like, society expected me to be this, my parents expect me to be this, this one teacher did this, and then I watched this person on TikTok and they did this. And so like when you're meditating and you're journaling, it's such a huge opportunity for you to be like, okay, but like, what do I actually want? What do I actually desire? What am I actually trying to cultivate? Who am I actually trying to be? Because we get so, before we realize it, like, I mean, I've had multiple times in my life where it's kind of like this, like, whoa, look at myself in the mirror. I'm like, who am I? Like, how did I become this other form of me that's not an authentic expression of myself? And it's just because I let other people layer on their description of me. And this happens with like being a brand too. If anyone is like live streamed and things like that, like you create a brand, you become the brand, and then you're like held to the brand, and it's like challenging to change and to like show up and be different, even though you're so different. So hi Kip, welcome. So yeah, journaling and meditation is great to learn that like you can let go of the things that aren't yours and the desires that aren't yours. And maybe it's like, oh, do you actually want to travel, or have you just been looking at a lot of travel content lately? You know, like, do you actually have a desire to travel? Some people don't, and that's okay. Like, don't feel bad about how other people are traveling all the time. But it's like,
Yeah.
Just as one example. I like the GIF. I need to make some GIF emojis.
I love the idea of using the new moon or the full moon as a time to schedule for yourself, time for yourself. Even if you don't, necessarily believe in like, those type of energies or whatnot. I think it's a good reminder for self-reflection. Like, oh, the full moon's happening. Like sit down and journal,
That's a great way of putting it. Like for Yace, if she doesn't feel like energy of the moon, that's totally okay. But it's important, like, or not important, but it can be a helpful tool to use to keep in that schedule of every 2 weeks. Maybe one of them is a reflection, and then maybe the other like a reflecting and celebrating and then intending. And so every 2 weeks, if you're going and you're having this time for yourself, like just those tiny little habits, like if you spend 10 minutes every 2 weeks doing that, I feel like that could just have such a huge impact on you and on life. So yeah, that's a great reminder, Satine. It doesn't have to be about honing your energy and with it. Although I do think like during the full moon, I can't sleep. Like I sleep like half as much during full moons and like around full moons and like my sleep is restless AF. And during the new moons, I sleep so deeply. I'm getting a few new viewers in here. Hi guys, welcome to stream. If you could ignore trolls, that would be great. If you're new here, this is a ladies' night where we talk about topics that are important to us, and we get the girls together and we give them a safe and open place to discuss these things with me. And yeah, if you're not going to help with the safe and happy things, then you're going to get timed out if you are new here. We don't have trolling here. We don't, well, unless you're like a funny trolling. So we let funny trolling in here. Yeah, I feel like I should have come with more of a list for topics today. Chat, do you have anything else you'd like us to talk about today? Or Olivia, do you have a topic? I feel like there's one in your head right now. Just putting you on the spot. As you walked away from your computer, probably. I would pretend to walk away from the computer too if I was put on the spot.
I'm here. My boyfriend was just yakking in my ear. I think mental health is a huge thing for all genders and all people too.
What are your guys' thoughts on antidepressants? Do you know much about them? Do you have, like, oh, you don't have to tell me about your own history if you're not comfortable. But like, what are your opinions on them? Because I've been talking to a lot of people lately, and a lot more people than I realized are on antidepressants. Like people that I didn't think would ever be on antidepressants are, and I was really surprised by that. And I just recently went to my GP, my doctor, and I was telling him about how I was having a difficult time getting the things done that I needed to. And he immediately prescribed me an SSRI, like an antidepressant, which I'm not going to get filled out. But I was just like really surprised that it was just like immediately he's like, okay, let's put you on this antidepressant. And I was like, but I'm not necessarily depressed, you know, like I have my highs, I have my lows, you know, but I'm not, like, I think that's just part of being a woman.
Yeah.
You know, and I was just like so surprised by that. So
I don't have experience with antidepressants, but what were you saying, Olivia?
I'm currently on one, and honestly, it hasn't been working that great for me, but it is so different for everybody trying to find something that works. But I think so many doctors now are so quick to just slap a prescription and pump you full of stuff without more so trying to get to the root of the problem.
yeah.
And more so trying to mask it and cover it up. Also, like to get into any kind of psychiatry, like mental health care, at least in Canada, there's quite a lengthy wait list. Like you can't just say, hey, I need help today, help me, unless you want to, you know, it's very desperate situation and you need to go to the hospital and receive psychiatric care. But to actually just go and talk to somebody is so hard to find nowadays.
That happened to someone in my family in Canada. And that was the biggest thing, was like he couldn't get help he needed right away. And so like things just deteriorated. And like had it been caught like earlier, or like the proper, whether even like therapists were hard to find, or like anyone, you know, and like had that been caught earlier, like it might not have been as severe as negative outcomes. So I'm trying to like talk about it lightly without like revealing information, but yeah, it was crazy in Canada. But now that they're with like a proper psychiatrist and everything, but yeah, it took having some really bad stuff happen to get like,
it can be a super long
stuff.
like painful process for people. And you know, to like just to go like actually get like therapy, that's not covered in Canada. You have to pay for that privately. So you, if you want it covered, you need to see, I believe, a psychologist or a psychiatrist. And those wait lists are like, me personally, I've been on a wait list for almost 2 years now.
Whoa.
And it's just like, it's like, what the
Wow. And that's a shortage of them?
I think it's a combination. Like with COVID, everything got so backed up. Like my daughter is still waiting for special appointments for herself. And it's just like everything got so backed up. And I think there is a shortage as well. And it's just like, I live down in the lower mainland, and like doctors here, even just to have a family doctor, like I'm very lucky to have a family doctor right now, because a lot of times your only option is a walk-in clinic. Like almost nobody is accepting new patients around here, and it's very backlogged.
Yeah, I remember having that in Canada too. It's really difficult to get new GPs, let alone like one that's gonna be good. Like the good ones have like multiple year wait lists, or plan on never accepting new people. They're good for like till they retire. That's crazy. There's no issues in Alberta. Your family doctor is accepting new patients now. Yeah, I think it's just location, which I'm surprised though, because the lower mainland is like a pretty desirable area to be in. That's interesting.
I think it's, I mean, there's so many of us down here too, right? Like it's very backed up. Like I used to be from where you are. I was in the Okanagan, and when I was up there, I didn't have too much of an issue finding a family doctor. But when I first moved down here, it took me about 2 years to get one. You had to go on this patient attachment mechanism wait list thing.
Interesting. What are your guys' thoughts on psychedelic assisted therapy for treatment resistant depression and PTSD?
I like it, the microdosing possibility with shrooms. I've heard iboga is also
Yeah.
helpful for some.
For heavy
I
addiction.
personally, yeah,
Yeah.
I personally have done one ayahuasca ceremony and it was horribly amazing. But yeah, that's not something you do all the time.
Unless you're in LA.
Really? Oh my gosh. No, I did it with a shaman, so
Yeah.
I don't know how they're doing it in LA,
Oh, the
but
shamans come to LA. Yeah, it's a joke. It's more of a joke on
okay.
people in LA because they're going to ayahuasca ceremonies every weekend almost. Some people.
Yeah, because I had it in Washington, but from a traveling shaman from Peru.
That's
He would
cool.
travel the West Coast and he would hit the Bay Area and then go to Oregon and then come to Washington. Well, I guess they still do.
That's great. Yeah, and then make stops in LA too. Then I'm sure that's
Yeah,
cool.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think ayahuasca's great. I hear a lot of really awesome things, and I love how it's just so unique for each person.
Yes.
Like that's what's the coolest thing to me about psychedelics is that it's like whether or not you're connecting to God or an alternate realm or your own subconscious, it's like it only cares about your personal development, healing, releasing trauma, stepping into your power. And it's just like, I mean, it puts you through the ringer, but it's just like overwhelming, like love. And it gives you a journey that's like unique to you. No one has ever had the same journey. And it's just so, like, that's so interesting. Like, I just can't get over that. That you take this thing that's available, like this plant, and then you have this experience, or a couple plants mixed together.
Yeah, I've done shrooms a couple of times, but I'm interested in trying the microdosing of shrooms.
Yeah.
And so they're about to have that available in Oregon.
Yeah.
I was thinking about grabbing some in Oregon towards the end of the year. But I guess, I'm in Washington, I could most likely grow them easily myself, but I haven't looked into that yet. But
yeah,
I'm gonna try it out.
Reddit is a great place for that.
Right
Not that I know personally. I don't know how much I can say here. I microdosed for 2 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah. 3 years ago, I started microdosing.
Like once a week or
I was doing
twice?
5 days on, 2 days off, between 100 and 300 milligrams. Like sometimes it would be more, just depending on the day. I wasn't religious with it. Like it was kind of almost used it to balance my like cycle a little bit. Like if you microdose during like your luteal phase, you just feel a little bit more like open and trusting, and you don't feed into those like negative dark thoughts as much, and it just makes you feel so much more like open and like present. And I really felt like it had such, oh, that's great, Kyo. Yeah, I love penis envies. Those are really fun. One of the strongest strains right now though is an Enigma. Yeah, just anyways. But the microdosing was great. Like it just connected me into like this creative side of myself that I wasn't really aware of, and I didn't know how like how deep it went, I guess. And I guess it's infinite, like that's just how the world works. But yeah, I loved it. And I then stopped this past year just because I felt like it's not that I was like dependent on it, it's that it like had enough of an effect on me that I only use it now if I've had like a weekend at Burning Man where like my serotonin is pretty depleted. So like the 2 weeks after, if I microdose 5 days on, 2 days off, like I don't have the same like hangover, even though I don't drink, if you know what I mean. So that's really good for anyone that like does go to festivals or parties, is microdosing after, just less of a crash. So yeah, but I do know people who have used ketamine for assisted with therapy. And one of the people that I was just talking about who was unable to get help in Canada right away, but then got help through like having to be in the hospital. They got access to some of the ketamine therapies that were happening in Canada. And so it was like group therapy, solo therapy, a ketamine, and then activities. So they teach you about breath work, you do journaling, you do like group conversations, like you learn about like other different modalities that kind of feed in and then influence you with this like ketamine experience too. So, and like their results right now, they just finished a month of it. And I was talking to them 2 days ago, and like they're smiling. And when I asked them how they're doing, they said good. And I like wanted to cry because it's been
Yeah, I've
so
heard good
many
things about ketamine.
so
yeah.
many years since they've told me they were good. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so crazy. But
That's
Yeah, I've also
helpful.
been super curious about the microdosing and the ketamine treatments, but here the ketamine treatments, it goes back to the backlog issue. To be able to get into any kind of those appointments, you need to have a referral. And unless you are basically in a crisis situation, you're not going to be able to get that referral for a very long time.
that's what
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's so different in United States now. Like there's a doctor that you go on with who is a psychiatrist. They ship you a ketamine nasal spray that you do at the same time, like with a therapist. And so it's like like over
You
Zoom.
can do that virtually too,
Yeah,
right?
it's virtual. And ketamine is what Dexter used to paralyze his victims. Thank you for that fact. That's amazing. Yeah, I think it's like that's the frustration with like the public system and then like bureaucracy like in general. Like it takes such a long time to get what is needed to who needs it in all levels. But damn, Olivia, I hope it works out for you to get your what's it called, therapist or psychiatrist or whatever, and then you're able to get access to that. Because like, yeah, I society like okay. Here's another flip. Like, so many people are like feeling this way, and I believe that it's a combination of like outside factors, like the society that we're in, and then also what we're eating too. Like I noticed a huge difference when I quit caffeine and I quit gluten and I stopped drinking. Like those three things alone, like I'm anxiety free and like I would say mostly depression free. Like it comes in waves, but I think it's more related to like my hormones. And like that made a huge impact on me. But it's like we live in like a society that's like quite difficult, you know, like you need to have so much skill like to be able to find foods that are not bad for you, that aren't full of like what's it called, glyphosate and all the things. It's like it's difficult to what's it called, not look at the media and not look at news, which I think just like infinitely negatively affects us. Like no one has taken a course in how to use social media. Hello. Like that's a tool for the best and the worst right there. And there's like so many things that it's like the work culture, everything. It's like how like we're trying to as humans like fit into this structure that we keep building that's just like not ergonomic, I guess would be a word, ergonomic for like human nature and humans in general. So yeah, it's just tough. So I think we're just like, this is like the growing pains, and we're gonna have to simultaneously give access to the tools that can help people, whether it's a social media course or ketamine therapy, or and changing the workforce the way we talked about that too, where it gives people more opportunity to have these breaks and like with a 4-hour work week and things like that. Like the hustle culture is not it.
I totally noticed the difference with quitting sugar.
Oh,
Or
I
like,
love that, Zeta.
going less than 10 grams of sugar. Like it's hard to quit sugar totally because sugar is in everything, but my mood total and energy levels totally switched. But I just tried, just for today, like how far throughout the day can I go without sugar which is most of the day. And then, you know, in the beginning it was difficult. I would just say go as long as I can, and then I'll treat myself to a dessert, which, you know, is lower in sugar, like, you know, some berries with yogurt or something. And that totally worked, and I couldn't believe like the difference in my energy levels all day and like cravings and stuff. And yeah, I would highly recommend it if you can. I think you hit the point right on the head there. Like, having a clean diet makes a world of difference in mental health. If that's just the simple thing you can do, just keep your food simple. And
Yeah.
that's what I've been working on, because like you gotta kind of cut back on all the, or, you know, kind of get rid of the oils or cut back on the oils as much as possible, because the oils are toxic to our systems.
Don't get
And
me
sugar
started on
yeah.
oils and sugar.
I heard you talking about it in a stream earlier this week. I was like, yes, Kitty, tell people about the oils.
Oh my god, I know, vegetable oils.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when
Yes.
those were just like so shopped to us and normalized. It's so crazy. What's up, babe? I would love a tea. Wait, I have one, but it got cold.
Okay, I'm gonna make myself a tea.
Okay, I'm gonna still drink this though, because it's a cold, good mixture of teas.
Okay.
Yeah, the
You want one?
omega-6 canola oils.
Yeah.
Vegetable oils. Those are horrible.
I'm gonna get into it. 1 second, I got distracted.
They just bog down your system, and I believe it's like one of the major causes of like why people are having a hard
Clotting.
time with their mental health,
Yep.
because it's affecting your microbiome, and like it's toxic to our bodies, and sugar is toxic to our bodies. Well, excess sugar is toxic to our bodies because our bodies make our own glucose and whatnot. But just if you can go like 2 weeks with a clean diet, just keep it to the basics, like chicken and greens and like, you know,
Carrots.
fish and green and like
Yeah.
oh yeah, I still eat meat. I know you're more vegetarian.
Oh no, I
Yeah.
love meat. I love meat, but
Oh,
I always make sure that it's happy raised. Like,
Yeah.
I don't buy any food lot. What do they call that? Feedlot?
Yeah.
Feedlot? Is that what it's called? Yeah, I only get my meat from like farms or wild or like, yeah, happy cows and happy chickens and happy ducks. Okay, sugar is a really interesting one because it affects your endocrine system. So sugar fucks with your hormones. It's like
Yes.
one of the biggest hormone disruptors is sugar. And so the more that you can cut down your sugar, the better that you're gonna feel, especially as a woman. Like, you can literally, like, I when I have too much sugar, my immune system goes down. I can tell I'm having too much sugar because I'll get a scratchy
Yes.
throat. Like, you are more likely to get sick if you're consuming too much sugar. I will miss days of my period if I'm having too much sugar. I break out. It's like a whole thing. So I actually don't have any added sugar in my diet anymore. The only sugar that I have is when I sweeten with maple syrup or honey. And then I just learned this about omega-6s and omega-3s. Everyone in this chat, if you're watching this right now, please increase your consumption of omega-3s. That's with flax seeds, ground
Eggs.
flax, eggs, wild caught fish, and you can get like a fish oil too, but make sure it's high in, there's a couple of things, DHA and another one. I have a good one in my fridge right now. But this is to balance your omega-6s. And what omega-3s, which I've just learned, are an MAOI, or an MAO inhibitor. And what it does, an MAO inhibitor allows for more serotonin and dopamine in your body. And it also, I just put this together. I don't know why more people aren't talking about this, but DMT, which is what we talked about earlier with Satine and ayahuasca ceremonies, is active in your body and your spinal column and in your body at the same levels as serotonin. And we're just now finding this out. This is within the last year they discovered this. And how ayahuasca works is they're given the DMT plant, which is Mimosa hostilis, and then you're given this MAOI or MAO inhibitor, which prevents your body from digesting the DMT as fast. So it allows you to have an 8-hour or less or longer experience of ayahuasca. And so, hi Horn, I might have been. DMT is really important. DMT is really important. Okay, so when you're taking omega-3s, it's allowing you to have more experience with serotonin, dopamine, and DMT. And like DMT to me is just like if the fact that we have it in our bodies all the time. So when I'm depleted DMT, like I feel low vibration, and when I have higher DMTs, I feel higher vibration. And like we're able to change that with our amount of food that like what we eat. Like that blows my mind. Like why are we having to relearn this? Like anyways, I just thought that was so interesting about the MAO inhibitors, guys. Like you can take MAO inhibitors, like you can buy them on Amazon and they're legal. But if you can get that through your fish oil and things like that. And then I also the omega-6s are just F with everything. And so it's like margarine, canola oil, any vegetable oil. The only things that you should be eating and cooking with. Oh, are you in Voice Verify? Vic, are you joining? The only thing that you should be eating is or the only fats you should be eating and cooking with, not fats, oils. Coconut oil, okay? Olive oil at low heats, low, or salads, and like duck fat is one of the healthiest fats that you can cook with. So like animal fats, coconut or olive oil. And so just like stop using that canola oil. Don't buy things with sunflower oil. Don't buy things with canola oil. Don't buy things with all these like other oils, avocado oil and things like that. Grapeseed oil, they're likely to be rancid and they're not good for you. You're hyper elevating your omega-6s, which is fine when you have, you know, a handful of sunflower like seeds, you know, but when you're having such condensed forms of these oils, and definitely not palm oil too. So just keep an eye out for that. And if you're drinking plant milk right now, chances are it has fillers in it and it has vegetable oils in it. I have only found one plant oil that does not have vegetable oil in it, and it's milk. And so I switched to that if I have if I have plant milk. And so yeah, it's just like I'm sure everyone in this call could agree. How frustrating is it that we have to be working double duty and like exchanging information behind the scenes and like reading up on things and being like uber sensitive to our body to recognize things to like avoid bad things for us. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
Like I'm with all this excess time I have, like I literally it goes towards like protecting my body and my health, and it's just insane.
Yeah.
So I love
I would
that we can
encourage
share it.
anyone in chat to like, if you look up YouTube and look how they make canola oil or these oils, you can just see how gross and rancid it is. And like at one part in the process of canola oil or vegetable oil, they bleach it because it smells so horrible that they have to like bleach it to try to get the toxic smell out before we use it or we buy it from the store.
Wow.
It's just so gross.
Yeah, I know like margarine, like nothing, like ants won't eat it. You know, like if the animal, this is like a good test. If the insects and the bugs won't eat it, like don't eat it. Like the biggest effect of like my body and the way that like my health changed, my body changed, my energy changed, my like anxiety and depression went away was like through switching off processed foods and switching off of plant oils and switching to lots of duck fat because I love duck fat. But like I can eat as much as I want, and as long as I just keep it like fruits, vegetables, meats. And I personally did end up cutting grains and gluten, but that was more because of my own intolerance. And also we spray the shit out of our grains and things like that with glyphosate, which is not good for us either. That was one of the biggest things giving me blisters. Actually, I would get blisters on my skin that were like these little tiny things whenever I would have gluten.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I know that topic could seem overwhelming, but you know, there's so many people have done the research out there, but for everyone in chat, if you just keep it simple, try to keep your diet simple and just keep it clean to the basic, you know, foods that you need. And definitely, you know, try to avoid processed foods as much as possible. Like just start off your day with, you know, making eggs and like a protein and some veggies, and then that it should keep you full, you know, until the afternoon, and have another protein and simple vegetables. Like,
Yeah.
just keep it simple. It doesn't have to be complicated.
Yeah. And I also I switched my, like, I make homemade mayonnaise now too, which is actually really
Nice.
easy, guys, and you can do it with olive oil, and it's like, then you can eat mayo and you don't feel guilty about it either. And then like toppings that I love is like lemon juice,
Yes.
like, and tahini. Oh my god, I've been obsessed with tahini. It's like sesame, ground sesame. Oh my god,
Mhm.
lemon juice and tahini on sprouts is like,
Ooh.
oh, I'm fasting right now. I'm day
I
2
gotta
of
try that.
fasting, so I don't know how long I can talk about my favorite foods, but yeah, I think that's what Satina's saying is so important, because like I'm like a dumper. I dump information on people, and I'm like, yeah, and it is overwhelming. And so I think it is important, because like I'm at like level, 75, and if you're starting at level 1, my 75 can feel very
Yes.
overwhelming, and sometimes it's hard for me to translate it into level 1. So I just hope that someone takes like one piece of something I say, and like even just like a one small change, which is like being aware of your vegetable oils, cutting down on that. And like you can have butter, you can have duck fat. These things are so rich and so delicious and tasty, but like you're gonna feel a big difference on your body if you make these tiny changes. Also, if you guys are like ready to go deep on this stuff, the book Mood Cure is also really, really, really cool and interesting, and it taught me a lot. Like I studied biology and biomedical sciences in university, but this is like so cool and so niche, and it's like depending on any of your mental struggles, it gives you very clear ways of like it could be affected by your diet and supplements that you can add. As simple as adding like a 5-HTP to improve like your sleep or fix your serotonin levels, because like a lot of us don't have enough. I'll link it in chat. But like this, and you don't have to read the whole thing. Are you gonna get? Yeah, I'll put the Kindle in chat. You don't have to read the whole thing. And you can just read through it with like the different thing that you're like going through. And this book changed my life too. And someone was talking about gluten, like the biggest effect on our mental something long term. That I would say like gluten was one of the things that affected my mental health the most. And when I have bread now, like I'm even more sensitive to it, which sucks, but I had a little bit of it when I was in Egypt. Like my thoughts get so dark and they feel so sticky and so heavy. And it is like the whole week after I have gluten, I'm like negatively affected. And then obviously there's the bloating and the like there's other things that go with it, but
yeah, keeping inflammation down in the body is key, especially cutting back on sugar, gluten, carbohydrates and processed foods. Like I think it'll solve or like help a lot of people with their mental health issues if they just change to a clean diet, that just to get that foundation first. Like I noticed a difference in one day of quitting sugar. I did cheat by using stevia for a bit, which because I didn't think I could totally quit sugar, but I tried. It's like, okay, I'm at least going to replace this with stevia with my coffee at the time. But it was worth it because I just noticed the mood change and the difference in my energy levels. And I was like, wow. And they say, that it takes 3 days for your system to clear out. If you were to do a fast, like a 3-day fast, like you're saying you're doing, I think that's awesome. And it resets your body. But if you can go longer with just a clean diet, like it would probably help everyone's mental health greatly to keep down that inflammation in your body.
Yeah, those are really good tips. Another book I really like is The Plant Paradox, Kuroa. I eat like The Plant Paradox. That's my diet. It's the same diet as Tom Brady. I am gonna be in the NFL forever. So I was really inspired by Tom Brady. I didn't even realize that he followed this diet until after I read it, but it's like a low inflammation diet so you eat like there's a lot of foods that actually like cause like histamine production
Yes.
too. So that's a whole thing, and that causes inflammation. And I'm like pretty sensitive to that. So like if you take an antihistamine, that's what you take when you have allergies. But there's foods that can cause that same reaction in your body. And so it's things like I don't eat any nightshades, which is like eggplant, tomatoes. Or here, I'll tell you what I don't eat: plant paradox. And then I quit out all my grains too. So like I'm like I guess it's a carb free. The no list. Okay, here. So I don't have any starchy foods like pasta. I still have some potatoes and rice though. I've edited this a bit. No milk, no bread, no tortillas, no pastries, no flours, cookies, crackers, cereal, sugar, agave, Splendas, sweet ones, sweet and low diet drinks. No tomatoes, no cucumbers, no peas, no legumes, no beans, no soy, no tofu, no edamame, no lentils, no beans, and then no peanuts, no chia. Yeah, and then when you eat fruit, no zucchini and no ripe bananas. And then all the fruit that you eat has to be in season. So that I would say is one of the hardest things, to be honest. But because it's all about like, I mean, we're layering it on chat right now for health. I don't know how deep I should go. This is so much information.
Yeah, I was saying that the sugar for kids is like so bad. Like,
I know.
you know, a lot of the mood changes and the mood stuff that's happening, like misbehaving, is due to sugar and carbs.
Yeah,
And
my kids will
so
not have any sugar. I'm sorry. They can make maple syrup.
Yeah.
All of the Canadians. Yeah, the sugar is crazy. And the sugar weaning. Zita, there's a lot of resources online for parents weaning their kids off sugar.
Yes, on Instagram as well.
Yeah, YouTube, etc. But it's like the reason why she's acting out. Yeah, when you let her have it, she acts out. But then she acts out if she doesn't have it. Yeah. Well, like, I don't know if you guys have seen we watched the explained episodes on Netflix. I think they're phenomenal. But they have a lot on there that are like related to food, and one of them's on sugar. I found the sugar one so fucking interesting. Yeah, I don't know. And they also say like sugars and plant oils are like one of the like leading causes of the CANCER word too. Like it just affects so many things in your body.
Yeah.
And like I have this thing where I have a very hard time changing my present moment for longevity purposes. Like my 90-year-old self, I'm not like, okay, I should make this change so she can have another week. Like I don't think like that. So it's really difficult for me to make change in the long term. But if you can stack up enough reasons for the ways that it'll affect you now, like with like the no alcohol and the no coffee, like I'm alert and energetic and like in love with life every day. Like I don't have anxiety. I feel good. I feel strong. Like I feel so much more capable to like face the world, like with all the craziness and things that are going on. And like it is many reasons as you can stack up for your now, the better. Like it doesn't have to be like for cancer in 10 years, or it doesn't have to be for like longevity in 60. It doesn't have to be like, it doesn't even have to be for like a better body. Like just anything you can think of. And like our food affects you. So I want to answer this question though. What should you do if a guy ghosts you? Ignore him. Sploofs. Done.
Yes.
He's out.
Agree.
Unless he's ghosting you for a legitimate reason, he's done.
Yeah.
Like when you align with a partner, they're gonna show up and they're gonna be there and they're gonna be great. And like you don't want anyone that has ghosting tendencies in your life ever. So
Agree.
yeah. When I gave up dairy, I stopped needing coffee. What? Interesting. Yeah, I don't have any dairy either. And I know I'm really sensitive to it because when I have dairy, like sometimes I'll have like some yogurts and some cheeses, like a little bit, but then I fart a lot. TMI. But I notice whenever I have dairy, my nose the mucus in my nose builds up and it's harder to breathe through my nose. So if you, next time you guys have dairy, if that happens to you, like it's creating excess mucus in your body and it makes you sensitive. So careful. Or you're sensitive to dairy. Made you sluggish, couldn't get out of bed in the morning. Yes. It's not like the worst feeling in the world. It's like the craziest thing to me, like I don't know why this was so crazy, but like learning about how it was my food affecting the way that I like thought about myself, thought about the world, had energy to engage others, like even my introversion versus extroversion, like my self-deprecation, like it was all related to my diet. Like, yeah. Oh, another thing is don't eat right before bed, and especially meats. So you're like, the reason why I'm fasting and like is so I'm giving my body a chance to spend all the energy towards repairing my body and healing my gut while it's not digesting. So digesting actually takes an incredible amount of energy. I am lactose intolerant, Moons. It takes an incredible amount of energy to digest. And so that energy isn't spent. Your body will prioritize digesting over taking care of your cells and your body and over taking care of your brain and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So if you're eating like meat right before bed, you're going to wake up and you're going to like feel so much more tired, so much heavier. And then that just starts your own like, you know, thought loop too. So like I switched to having like more of my heavy meats for lunch, or I usually like eat at like 3:30. Honestly, like I'll eat at like noon, 3:30, and then like 6:37. And that helped me so much. And just not eating right before I fall asleep, like wow, like crazy how much it affected me. Like you would just like let your body heal and like repair itself at night instead, so you can wake up feeling alert and bright and ready for the day. So
Thanks. Oh yeah, Scipion had a question earlier that I wanted to mention, but they were wondering like, what do we think about social media and global media negatively affecting women's behavior in society with regards to toxic femininity and families breaking up through divorce and all that.
whoa.
And they were just wondering what we thought about that.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And so I just had to answer. I think kind of like that's the global media and social media and all that, it's kind of irrelevant because women have been repressed for, you know, thousands of years, and I believe it's not toxic femininity. I can't say that word. But it is really just women taking our power back, and it's the media is being used as an excuse for women behavior being toxic or whatnot, and divorce. Like I think that was just only a matter of time with females taking our power back. It's like we are not putting up with the BS of the male energy. You know, it's like female energy returning to its balance where it should have been instead of being repressed. That's my thoughts on that.
I like the metaphor of like the bird has been flying with one wing for a long time, and now the female wing is opening up.
Yes.
And the bird's gonna fly with both. And there's like growing pains now where it's like, oh no, like the family system is destroyed, you know, like marriage is over. And it's like, well, like let's go back. Like marriage was created as a way for families to exchange property, and one of those properties was the woman. So like I personally, like I think marriage and commitment to a partner is important, but it doesn't, like
me too.
Not in the form that it was. Like we can create the new form, you know, where it's like, oh no, I'm committed to this person and I love them, and like I'm dedicated that through hard times, you know, like we can find solutions. But at the same time, I also believe that when you have a partner, like it is amazing if you are both able to grow and change in a way that you can continue to relate to each other and love each other for your entire lives. But
Yeah.
not everybody grows and changes and evolves at the same, or reveals themselves at the same level. So like sometimes you go apart, and that's okay. And then you find people that are more in alignment with who you've become, and that's okay. And so it's like, I think there's more problem with like the undoing of like the religious like dogma of like, oh, you're
Yes.
so like you're going to hell, or there's so much badness if you like end a relationship or end a marriage. It's like, no, no, actually that's actually really good. Sometimes people are better not together, you know,
Yes.
like, and especially with people jump into fucking marriage so easily, you know. And like a lot of, I know older women are waking up now too, and they're like, wait, I didn't have to put up with this, like that,
Yeah.
this is not normal. It's just crazy. So I think it's gonna feel like there's a lot of like growing pains, but that's it, it's growing pains or birthing pains, you know, like we're birthing it, like the new, you know, and the old will have to fade out, and that's okay. Hi Violet, thank you for the 23 months, appreciate you. Do you want to join for the last bits? Yeah, but I'm glad you brought that up, Satine, and I agree.
Yeah.
I
Thanks
agree.
to Sipion for the question.
Yeah. What was I? Is circadian clock important for your mental well-being? Oh my god. First out, shout out to the Huberman Lab. I am obsessed with his podcast so much. And I think for all the young or older men listening right now, he does a lot of talks on testosterone levels and different things like that, which I think are very relevant in today's times, especially with the effect of microplastics in our body. However, my favorite stuff that he does is talking about sleep optimization. Sleep is the most important thing that we do in like for our health. That's the most important thing. And so optimizing your sleep is like, you need to put your like sleep on a pedestal and like pray to it. Like you need, this is like your holy grail. It like, you'll lose weight, you'll be happier, you'll smile more, you'll be more creative, you'll be more connected to people if you can improve your sleep. I'll link it in chat. Okay, so one of the cool things here, one of the cool things that he talks about, this is one of my favorite podcasts. Was this it? Okay, there's two. I'll link both. Copy link. And then one of the cool things that you can do, actually, and I do this in the morning, is in the morning, Manius, can you keep it in English? I can't read that. Is in the morning when you wake up, getting outside and getting your face in the sun. And there's a part of your retinas, I believe it's the lower part of your retinas, that when sun enters it, it starts your melatonin clock. And so that's a 12-hour clock that over time, it knows how to release the right levels of like whatever, serotonin and melatonin in order to set you up to sleep that evening. And good night, Pandora's. And so like setting this clock, literally, I like since I started doing this has changed my life so much. Like I feel properly sleepy in the evening and I go to bed with ease. And then when I wake up, it's so simple to get some sun in your eyes and have that clock reset. But a lot of us, and I know this was me for the like a long time, where I would like wake up and then I'd like make my coffee and I'd start to get ready and then I'd get my stream together and I'd do all these things and like I just never saw the sun, and so like my sleep would get so messed up. But yeah, if you guys could change one thing, like other than the sugar and the plant oils, it's your sleep. Yes. What about in Vancouver? It's okay. You can put your face out in the rain too, or get a seasonal light and then look at that. I'm sure that works. I'm sure it's just like a specific tone of light in your eye in the morning. Yeah. Had you guys heard of that before? Thanks, Tobin. Bye,
yeah.
Tobin. lactose intolerant. Yeah, I found out I was lactose intolerant when I met my boyfriend. I met playing video games. I finally met him for the first time, and I had just shaved my head, and I was staying over at his house for the weekend. And he took me to, what is it, Creamery? What is that Creamery? Oh shit! It's like a famous franchise. Something Creamery, and I had birthday cake ice cream, and oh my god, he thought I was Cold Stone. Yeah, he thought I was taking a shower for like 2 hours. I was just like laying on the floor in that bathroom. It was so embarrassing. I mean, we dated for a year after that, but like, damn. Yeah, lactose fucking hurts. It's so interesting how it happens over time too. I mean, again, it's like the amount of dairy that we're having, and then the way that we're getting our dairy too. It's just, we're just overdoing it, you know? So it's not gonna have that good a product in our body. A lot of hormones, antibiotics, all the things. But I don't want people to be afraid of it. Like, I think like I really just want to go back to what Satine said. Like, I just love that. Or it's just like, don't worry about all this like bad shit. Like, just focus on putting like foods that are light into your body, like vegetables taken light, you know, like fruits taken light fruits, like, or light vegetables, fruits. Like cows, they don't take in light. They eat the vegetables and the fruits and the plants to gain the weight, you know? So it's like, the more, just focus on eating like light, natural food, and then eating the food that eats the light, natural food. Okay, start there. Yeah, I have IBS too, Raging Man. Yeah, I cut out, what's it called? Honestly, cutting out, yeah, gluten, spicy food. What else? I just did a low FODMAP diet, but like my whole body changed and my mood changed. Like it stopped me having the what's it called? It stopped me having like an itchy, I would call it like an itchy, crampy bowels. But then it also improved my brain and everything else, which was so great. Hi Delphino, how are you? Well, Kuro, at least with dairy, no, Zoop. I just talk from my own experience, and the books that I read. Kuro, at least, you can have lactose pills. Like with gluten, there's nothing that I can have in order to digest the gluten better. Like if someone could make a gluten pill, oh, that would be so great. I want a fucking croissant so bad. Is there any topics that you guys want to? Yeah, there's lactose pills. Yeah, so the pill digests the lactose for you. Oh, and increasing probiotics too. I don't know if you guys do that too. That infected my mental health. Also adding that in, because it's, yeah, that gut biome, our gut instincts. It's like, what are they? The microbiome in our tummies like connect to our brain, and they signal a lot of different things. So if you have like candida overgrowth or other bacterial overgrowth, like it really affects you. You're in Estonia? Cool, Patty.
So did you have a new moon ritual or something?
Yeah,
we were gonna do together?
I did. Okay. Hey guys.
Whenever you're ready. I just wasn't sure if we still have time for that or not.
No. I totally forgot. Okay. First, I'm gonna sage you guys. Actually, I have Palo Santo, but same thing. Any type of smoke was really good. Vitamin D, sunbathing. Oh my god, so many people are deficient in vitamin D. It's crazy. That's another thing that it's like crazy to reflect, because I went on like the last 3 years of like feeling sick and then like getting healthy again, and like I've changed my diet and like what I input in my body so much that like it's crazy to reflect on all the things that I've done, but it legitimately caused change. Like that was like, I remember calling my mom. I was like, Mom, I made changes and it affected me, and it was amazing. I love it. Okay, first we're gonna sage you guys, or sorry, Palo Santo. I'm gonna smoke you guys out. And so my favorite little chant, if you will, my spelling is just earth, fire, water, air, cleanse, dismiss, dispel. So this is part of a wood. Palo Santo is from a wood. And so I just like to use this and set the intention that any lingering energy, any negativity, anything that I feel like is holding on to me or affecting me in a way, I just let go and release it. And I intend really positive, loving things for my body and my space. You can do this in your space. It does kind of look like a fat joint, doesn't it? No, it's a piece of wood. Okay. And so that sets the container. And now, guys, oh wait, I need to look up the name of what it is. What is it called? What is it called? There's a date today. Belfast? What is it called? Having a hard time Googling this. Uno momento, por favor. Okay, while I'm looking for this, you guys can go and if you want to be included, I want you to write down on a piece of paper. I forgot to get my piece of paper. I want you to write down on a piece of paper 3 things. Okay, 3 things that you're releasing today. I want you to write down 3 things you're proud of. Okay. And then you can write in chat if you want. 3 things you're ready to let go of, 3 things you're proud of, and 3 things you're intending to add more into your life. Okay? I'll be right back. I'll get a pen. Get a paper. Okay. Literally had a long relationship, and last night lost his stepson. Not just her, so blessed is very needed. Wow, Spicoli, I'm sorry to hear that. But I also, relationships ending, I always tell people congratulations. Okay, it's for the better when things end, and it's really difficult, and I love you. And I'm sure over time you will see the way that that was positively, oh, that scared me. Positively affects you. Okay, this song does not have anything going on in it. Okay, so did everyone write down 3 things you're letting go of? Okay, let me think. Are you guys doing this in the call? You're gonna write 3 things down?
Yeah, I'm writing.
Okay. So 3 things I'm letting go of. What else? This is hard. You can share it or you can keep it private. Hi, Rye Animal. Welcome back. You haven't had Twitch for 5 years. You probably have gotten a lot done. How was it? You probably got scars so easy. It's probably because of your diet. Honestly, I am hypersensitive. That's a real problem of mine. Or a challenge. It's a real challenge. Okay. Okay, 3 things I'm proud of. And then 3 things I'm intending to have more of this month or year. If you can't think of 3, you can write 1. The last one's tough. 3 intentions. Okay. Did you guys finish yours?
Yeah.
Olivia, are you doing it? Yes, are you still here?
Yeah, but I'm not doing it.
Okay. That's fine. Olivia, did you do it? Olivia's AFK. Oh, right. Yay, let's see some of your answers, chat. Okay, my need to prove myself to others, my need for people to understand my behavior, my attachments to things that harm me. Those are really good. I like this, my need to for people to understand my behavior. I know, it's so interesting when we care about others' thoughts about us. Like, it's just the most freeing thing when you don't. And my best path to that, Spicoli, is self-validation. And this is gonna sound kind of stupid right now, but it's like when you tell yourself in the mirror in the morning, I am safe, I am whole, I love my eyes, I love my voice, I love the way I do cartwheels. And it's like opening up that connection to yourself and like loving yourself and like validating yourself. Like when you validate yourself, there's way less pressure on other people for validating you, which is really powerful. Satine, you want to share yours? If you don't have to if you don't want to.
Oh yeah. Releasing, well, yeah, it's a thing that like I said, I've been kind of shy and like quiet my whole life, and so like I've been coming out of my shell this past year, and like so talking on Discord or even joining this like stream, it'd be like the last thing I would do like a year ago or so ago. So that's one of the reasons why like I'll like what do you call it, trip over my words sometimes because I'm not used to talking. I'm like not a big talker, so
I haven't even noticed at all.
Oh, thank you. But I'm working on it. So so one of the things I'm releasing is around that is like low self-esteem and negative thought loops and unhealthy habits. Something I'm proud of is I don't know, it was last week was my birthday, but I also got a raise at work. I work for a nonprofit arts organization. Woo! And I got a nice big raise. And I'm proud of that I just finished earning my life coaching certificate.
Huge.
And yeah. And I'm proud of my ability or my courage to speak out more lately.
Yeah.
And things that I desire.
Right now? That's so cool.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. And my desire for the next month or year is to have a healthier, stronger, body and mind, and help create and cultivate my own successful like business around life coaching. And I'm also a Reiki master. I can't remember if I told you.
I love Reiki.
And I also do past life regression. So I'm trying to think of a motto and incorporate all 3 of that into the business. So I'm working on that this next year. Yeah.
I love that.
And the third thing I desire is more loving and caring relationships.
Like a partner or all relationships?
All relationships, both.
Yeah. It's so like that's one of the things I'm cultivating in Miami now. Like all my girls are in like LA or North California or like all over the world, Egypt. And so like, oh, like I miss like my sisterhood, you know, like I want to just be surrounded by like women that I can like care for and like be cared by, you know, like I love that, like showing up for each other. That's so beautiful. I'll share mine and then I'll read some in chat. So 3 things I'm letting go. Desire to be anywhere but here. So back to that, like thinking about
that's a good one.
Yeah, thinking about things that don't matter is like I'm so good at like fantasy and fantasizing about all the things and desiring and manifesting and thinking that like I need to think about it to manifest it, but like that's so backwards. It's like the world already like, or the universe or God already knows what your desires are. And so like the only thing that we're really meant to be focusing on is like, how can I just feel so fucking good and so grateful and so appreciative of this present moment? And just like, it's like, my life coach has me switching from surrender to accepting, because it's more of like your own power. Surrender is you're just like letting go and like, okay, I'll surrender to it. But accepting is like, no, I'm choosing to accept this, which has a little bit more power in it. So accepting my current situation, accepting my life, accepting the things that happen to me, accepting where I am, and then just being fully in the now. Yeah, so releasing that desire, because sometimes it kind of like, at least for me, like after studying manifestation for so long, I get caught in this loop of like, oh, I need to be visualizing like the life that I'm building rather than, but that's like so opposite. Like, no, I just need to be now in the moment now, and maybe using imagination for like sleeping or orgasms and things like that. So, okay. I'm also letting go my attachment to outcomes just in general, just being, you know, like showing up and doing my best. And then know I did my best and not be attached to the outcome of it. And then toxic individuality. I think I have a tendency to like, I know I can do it all. And so I just try to do it all, but like the outcome is never as good as like letting others in to work together, if that makes sense. Like that's just so important, is like healthy collaboration as opposed to toxic individuality. And then 3 things that I'm proud of right now. One of the things is coming back to streaming. I was like so nervous and scared to come back, and like to come back in a big way too, because I am like committed to this and I really desired to like reignite this community. And it hasn't really been like, it's been like 3 years since I really took streaming more seriously. And so there's all these like fears around like, oh, will they have me? Like, am I a failure? Was it luck last time? Like, am I going to be able to do this? Am I good at this? Da 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 da. So I'm just proud of just like showing up and like setting a schedule and being here, because that's been really difficult for me in the past with like my ADHD tendencies and things like that. So proud to be here. I'm proud of my ability to share info. Like I love experiencing and I love sharing like the bliss and the joy that I get from like nights like these with you girls, and like sharing all the things that I've learned and all the like, experiences I've had, and in the hope that it positively impacts you guys is really nice. And I'm really proud of my self-love. You know, like I thought I loved myself fully when I was 22, and then I thought I loved myself fully when I was 28, and now I'm 30, and I'm like, wow, like I like love myself even deeper, you know, and it keeps going, and it like deepens, and you see parts of yourself that like need even more love. So I'm proud of cultivating that, because I think it's quite difficult in the society we live in, which is constantly trying to undermine that to sell us stuff and make us feel insecure. So the more that you can cultivate your self-love, like the better. And then 3 intentions: more structure to support my flow. I talked about that earlier. More patience and compassion. And like, this goes mostly for myself. I had a realization that I've just been incredibly hard on myself lately. And so just trying to invite patience and compassion into like the process, and understanding that there is a divine timing going on. So trusting that. Oh, you turned 30 soon? Cool. This is not as bad as it appears from 29. And then I'm intending to add in more exercise, skipping and Pilates into my, I've been adding in yoga, and I'm trying to add in exercise slow because I can burn out on that a lot. So just adding some fun things in, maybe some tennis or paddle or something.
Nice.
Those are mine. Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah, it's nice being vulnerable with each other.
Yeah, and taking a moment out of our busy weeks to like hold space. So thank you, Kristen, for doing this.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining me. Okay, so there's one thing that they do for the final ritual that they do. Oh, fricker. Oh, I just hurt my finger. Is they jump over a bonfire. I don't have a bonfire, but I have a candle, and so I'm gonna jump over it, and it's gonna be like a little vortex, and it's
Need
going.
more candles.
If anyone has a candle, I don't know why I can't light these right now. Potatoes. If anyone has a candle, you should light it. I think I have matches.
Okay, I'll light mine.
Yeah, and jump
You have
over
that.
it. You're gonna jump over your Bic lighter while you hold it. Well, what does your Bic lighter light?
Talented.
Yeah, just like that knee thing. Okay. Here's my little lighter or my bonfire. And so, oh wait, you guys can't even see it. Okay, so with jumping over it, we're gonna use it as like a little vortex, and we're gonna just set the intention that when we jump over it, the things that we're ready to release are released, and the things that we're inviting in are invited in. Okay? Tell me when you have yours ready, Satine. We can try and do this at the same time.
Okay, my candle is ready.
Okay. Ready to count down. 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Dun, dun. Good job, everybody. You gotta stretch first. Oh shit.
I did it.
Yay! I didn't consider that people might need to stretch. Oh, you were Millhouse before. Oh, that's so interesting, Spicoli. Hi. Hi, Fanmail. You just missed a stream that I think you would have really loved. Have you had a life-changing experience or something since the last time I watched you? You're obviously spiritual now. Just wondering if you were a few years ago. I mean, I've been spiritual since I was like 14. Like started like I mean, we're all spiritual, right? Just breathing is spirit. But I think I've become more spiritual probably in the last 10 years since I started my self-love journey in like 21, 22. When I was 21, 22. I'm 30 now. And then yeah, I don't think there was like one big thing. Like I've had multiple different experiences, out of body states, astral projection, psychedelic experiences, and there's lots. I don't know. It was silly and fun to jump over my candle, that I'm glad to be on the other side with a smile on my face. We need to do more silly things. Like, it's just such an honor of our inner child when we do that. So yay. Like something inside the little part of me, like it's so excited doing things like that. Hello Fighter, willkommen, wie geht's dir? Yeah, we do a lot of charity stuff, Cool Cat. I mean, we haven't in the last few years because I haven't been streaming, but I love giving back. How was your day, Cappy? Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna actually wanted to read some of the people's stuff. Okay. Letting go of family judgments you can't control. Letting go of people-pleasing, monetary frustrations, limiting beliefs. Love that. Is that all of them? I think there was more. Where is it? Proud of my family, proud of myself, proud of good people. Love that. Thank you guys for participating in that with me and holding space with it. Space with me and being vulnerable with me. And if you were lurking and doing it on your own, like, I hope you enjoyed this little mini ceremony. And yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys for being a part of this. Yays, Olivia and Satine. I appreciate your guys' confidence and vulnerability to be part of the call tonight. Every single ladies' night is a little bit different, and I really, really loved the topics that we explored and your guys' energy. So thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for being here and holding space for us.
You're welcome. So if you guys, I'm gonna be doing one in 2 weeks on the new moon. It's gonna have like, I think, much different energy than today. You know, we've got like the new moon and the full moon. It's gonna be,
Ooh.
yeah. So it might be worth for you to join again if you're interested. And yeah, I want to say thank you. If everyone in chat, if you could put like a heart or your favorite emoji right now in chat to thank the girls for joining, or the ladies. And well, then we're gonna close that stream soon. So yeah,
Thanks so much for having us.
Yeah, thanks for joining, Olivia. Good luck with everything. I hope it all comes into alignment soon for you. And Yays, thank you for joining and holding the energy. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it. Okay, we'll talk to you guys later. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.